Yeah, that was fast. It's faster than getting stuff from Alberta.
Ooh, heritage sticks.
Not crazy. Okay, I'm gonna turn the ringer off before the boys message me 20 times asking
So
for
I got
phones.
Got this today. It was at the post office.
Okay.
I have Nathan McKinnon with 105 points.
The Hockey Guy's live streaming. You should
Is
check
he?
that out.
I hear he's a dingus.
I don't know. He's kind of irritating. His
He doesn't
wife
know what
has
he's
a really
talking about.
annoying voice,
Does
so.
power rankings every Saturday. This week, I understand he's power ranking top 4 defensemen.
But see, then you just see how biased he is. So
he really is. Clearly,
Really-
the best
really
top
tell
4
us.
defense in the league is going to be Ottawa's. Clearly.
really
It's not
tell
even
who his
close.
favorite teams are. So
They got McDavid with 120 points over a full season.
are we on lockdown?
Not
really.
No. I
We
mean,
don't
stores
have-
are still open.
We don't have actual lockdown.
No.
But there's a lot of restrictions, but not actual lockdown. But people like to whine about us being on lockdown.
Yeah, we're not.
So there's that.
Austin Matthews have getting the most goals in the NHL this year. That's going to make a lot of people angry. It's true, but still, people don't like hearing the truth. They don't like it. Oh, they got Ovechkin with 54 too. So Ovechkin tied with
Ontario
Matthews.
and Quebec are on lockdown.
We have him with more than pasta.
We don't have lockdown here, but
No.
they've made it so masks are now required when you're
Indoors.
inside places.
Which
You're not
I don't
supposed.
understand why it
Right, I
took
don't
so
know
long.
why. Goodness.
Stats.
And you're really not supposed to be with anybody outside of your household now. You
Right.
used to be able to have a bubble of 6. Now it's a bubble of just your family.
We already weren't doing that anyways.
Right.
So
We don't see anybody anyways. It's been months.
no difference for us.
Oh, somebody says Ontario is not on lockdown. Probably like here. I think I've heard about Ontario's. Isn't theirs similar, a little bit more strict than ours?
Something like that.
Right? Okay.
Ooh, they got
Howdy,
Sean Monahan with
Shannon.
62 points.
What's Yvonne's favorite reverse retro sweaters? Oh, wait,
Ducks.
are you? What no, not the Ducks. I really like
Ducks.
the Kings. No, not the Duck. Don't listen to Shannon. It's never. The answer is
I totally
never
need to get you a
the
Wild Wing.
Ducks.
Oh, Ben. Oh, I need
Gosh,
to.
no.
I need to
I
email
really
Ben.
like the Kings.
You need a Wild Wing.
Shut it. I like the Kings. The Kings is probably my very favorite. I do
Eat
really
Wild
like the Canucks. That one's really nice.
We're gonna get married again. You're gonna wear a Wild Wing.
Which other ones do I really like? No. There's a bunch I don't really like. The Habs looks really nice.
The Habs is fantastic.
There's a bunch I don't like.
Pittsburgh.
The answer is never Pittsburgh.
Islanders.
Ever.
You like the Devils
I'm
in
not
green, don't
loving
you?
the Jets jerseys.
Devils in green.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Capitals with the eagle.
Eh,
What about Bolts?
that's sad.
Space Coyote.
Oh, yeah, that one's fun. Yes.
Space Coyote.
Arizona. Yes. I like that.
Gotta
The
have Space
audio is a bit
Coyotes.
weird. What'd you do, Shannon?
Well, I've got a new microphone.
Why is it weird? What'd you do?
It's different.
Shannon did it. It's his fault.
No, it's the same
Pixels
microphone I've
embarrassment.
been
I
using
know.
for.
She decided a couple days ago that that's her new spot.
She's been. If you look at a lot of recent videos, that's where she's been. She's there.
yeah.
Bears here.
So
and
did I answer that
Shadows
question?
here. Which one?
Oh,
Your
and I like
favorite?
Vegas.
You like
The
the Red
Vegas one?
Vegas?
Yeah, because I've been wanting a Vegas third since like the first season. I
With
thought that
the
would be great.
secondary logo on
Yep.
the front.
That's very close to what I have been asking for.
Yep.
So, yes, there's quite a few I like.
Wow.
There's a lot I don't.
They think Claude Giroux's going to get 75 points.
Is Mike Bossy the best right-handed pure scorer of all time?
Mike-
Ovechkin, Lemieux.
Mike Bossy, the argument can be made he's the best goal scorer of all time, but Ovechkin did it during the dead puck era. Bossy did it during the 80s. Between the two, I would say that Ovechkin's the best goal scorer ever. I would say Bossy would be second, and I'd have Mario Lemieux probably at third.
Does Saku Koivu get into the THG Hall of Fame?
At some point, yes. I just can't inundate the channel with new Hall of Fame entries every day. So,
Which retro are you hoping to get first?
well,
Shannon's hoping for a lot of them.
let's see.
We hope they just magically appear here because we can't buy all of them.
I've done pre-orders on a few that I know I won't be able to get unless I do a pre-order. So I may have it on the long board that's just outside of the camera.
He has a list in the order that he would like to get them.
The Space Coyote
because he's a dork
is her present to me for Christmas. Thank you.
It is, yes.
The Minnesota Wild is my Christmas present for myself. Also from you. And you also got me the Tampa Bay Lightning blue.
I would not get you that much for Christmas. That's a lot of expensive right
Absolutely
there.
Would.
That's more
and
than
the reason those three I've heard are going to be short product. It's going to be hard to get them, so we'll see. But I'm not actively shopping for anything right now because that's good. That's fine.
Well, people are asking about hockey cards.
Cards.
So many hockey cards. It's ridiculous.
Well, I keep telling him 5 boxes of score here.
He has hockey cards that he hasn't opened. 2
boxes of Upper Deck.
He's talking about cards he hasn't opened. He's talking cards, and I keep telling him he needs to do a video. I got those like 2 months
ago.
Yes.
Well,
he needs to do a video opening them.
But
people like that.
Keep in mind, we don't know if we're going to have a season.
That is true. He's kind of holding off
in the
case.
Unfortunate incident we don't end up with a season.
Right.
I want to have hockey card openings I can do. And
we've talked about it quite a bit, whether doing them live streams, just doing videos, but he does have.
And then I've got a full case of these.
Oh my gosh.
I've still got 15 boxes of these to open.
Somebody says live stream box opening. Yeah, that's one of the things I was suggesting, that he needs to do some videos of them.
But again, I'm trying to hold off on certain things because until we know we have a season, I don't want to just do everything and then end up with nothing. That's why I'm doing on paper. I'm writing down every jersey that I have, and then I'm trying to organize them.
Everything
in order.
Everything is a list.
And list everything up. So, because Yvonne loves lists.
Lists are not my thing. Shannon will put anything in a list. Who has the best home jersey and why is it the Habs? Wrong.
Probably Chicago. Chicago's is beautiful. It is hard to argue against Chicago. Absolutely.
Not, but, okay. We have to Phoenix this week. Do I buy Coyotes season tickets? Finally can afford it as I used to be in Toronto.
Yes.
It would be a lot cheaper.
And not only that, but the NHL, once fans are allowed in attendance again, there's going to be perks. There's going to be, because they understand that right now economically, a lot of people are having tremendous hardship across the US and in Canada. Not as bad in Canada as in the States because we've had the CERB payments, but still, they are going to add perks. So if you are a season ticket holder, you're likely to get more. I intend to have some kind of a season ticket relationship with the Canucks. It likely won't be a full season, though. I don't see a full season, really. But I want to do like a quarter, which is 10 games over a full regular season. And that'll probably be for next year. And I would expect that demand may end up being down because of just the economic crash everywhere. So it honestly should be good for fans who are able to do that.
Would you ever sell your cards?
They're not really worth much.
That would be a pain too.
I intentionally buy the ones that aren't like really expensive because I don't want to have a card get wrecked and then get upset.
We don't really sell stuff. It's a pain. You have to deal with people.
Yeah. Like for instance, I've got some jerseys that are extras that I'm selling to Clayton. And at some point it's probably going to be more than what he thinks it's going to be because there's other ones too I'm probably going to throw in there. So
I'd still say just take them to a meetup.
Well, I mean, we've already got a bunch we bring to meetups. Meetups should be restarting next summer.
I hope so.
Tremendous hope that next summer it will have meetups. That's why I made
it's a long time.
That's why I made a playlist of meetups so that people could. This is what we used to do.
We used to see people?
Because we haven't had a meetup in almost a year, so there are plenty of subscribers to this channel that wouldn't know about it.
The last meetup we had was in California.
But with
that wasn't hockey.
No, with street hockey, it was Boxing Day.
Yeah. We're so freezing cold.
It was. I'm glad we did it though, because then everything shut down.
We had no idea that would be the last time playing hockey. Sad. Okay. Women's NCAA hockey is back, and I'll be able to watch some of the former DSC girls playing. I personally know. So excited.
Good.
Hold on, it skipped, and I saw super chat. Do you ever buy the Tim Hortons hockey cards? Yes.
I do, and I got a Jack
You got one
Eichel
of the
jersey
special
card.
ones, yeah.
There was a redemption, so I got a notice that's been mailed. So at the current rate of Canada Post, it'll be here in March.
Maybe for Christmas.
I think March. So maybe just after my birthday, I'll get it. So
yeah,
probably.
Whenever I go through the Timmy's drive-through, I'll order a pack of cards too.
Because I've got jerseys from Full Moon Jerseys that have been waiting at the border since the 13th. And
that doesn't have to cross the border though, right?
From Full Moon,
I mean, I have fabric from.
But it's sitting in Richmond.
No, I meant the card.
The card.
I have fabric coming from Alberta that's taken forever. So.
But both of those jerseys I got were from Canada.
Lars's link in the kid's Instagram.
THGYT.com is the website. So for my Instagram, my Facebook page,
Lars
for Twitter,
he already put the link
for all that other wonderful stuff.
Lars is on it. Okay, me and my friend are having a debate. If you could pick one, would you choose Krebs or Caulfield?
Caulfield. Caulfield is going to be an elite goal scorer. Krebs should be a really good all-around player, but Caulfield's scoring ability, just all the reports, it should be amazing. When he joins the Habs, which is likely going to be next fall, that should be fantastic for them.
Thanks for talking about the Wings so much, even though we stink. Somebody I thought I had asked last live stream, wanting to know where you get the jersey hoodies. I like jersey.
The jersey hoodies. They used to come through Ice Jerseys, which is now Sports Buff.
Fanatics
is what they're called.
Have them sometimes.
Fanatics has had them. I've got them through.
Doesn't Van City do
Retro
them too?
to Heritage. And I think I've got you a couple from Van Base, but I'm not sure.
Van Base, that's what I meant. I'm pretty sure you have.
The nice thing with the jersey hoodies is they will go on sale.
I really
you will
like
be able
the
to get
jersey
them cheaper.
Hoodies. They're fun.
And for people who can't afford, a jersey, which is fine because jerseys can be really expensive.
They're nice.
Jersey hoodies can be a nice alternative.
And
plus, they're warm at the rink.
The Fanatic ones are nice.
Which is
not
weird.
Made like Fanatics. So
the Fanatic jerseys, not so much, but
no.
The jersey hoodies are very nice.
Are nice.
So they have the technology to make a nice logo. But
even the women's jersey hoodies through Fanatics aren't bad. I have a few, 3 or 4 of them. I really like jersey hoodies. So, okay, better Batman, Michael Keaton or Christian Bale?
Keaton. It's not even close. Christian Bale. When I was watching the Batman movies, I always laughed at him because he'd just growl. And I'm like, do people really not know he's Bruce Wayne because he's growling? Because he really looks like Bruce Wayne. How do they not? Why is... When did Batman start talking like that? When did he... I understand, he's got a lower voice, and Keaton hits that, but the growling thing was ridiculous. He was so over the top with it.
Does Shannon have an ugly Christmas sweater? He has quite a few ugly Christmas sweater jerseys, and he does have an ugly Christmas sweater.
I got Baby Yoda ugly Christmas sweaters, matching pair for the two of us.
Matching ones.
I got them from EB Games. I was like, okay, so we're getting Baby Yoda matching ugly Christmas sweaters.
Like that.
So watch for that in a live stream at some point.
How popular are Wings videos compared to other teams?
Original 6 teams in the States generally seem to draw more views than most. I would say that the Vegas videos do very well when I talk about the Golden Knights, both from fans of the team and people that can't stand the team and just want to go in and talk about how much they can't stand them. St. Louis does well. And the original 6 teams draw pretty well.
We didn't watch The Mandalorian last night. Shannon decided to try and put it on at 1 a.m.
I watched the first 9 minutes.
And I can't stay awake at that time of day.
I can.
I cannot.
For Baby Yoda, I can do it.
It doesn't matter what is on.
He used the Force
tired,
to get macarons.
I will fall asleep.
He used the Force because he was hungry.
Cute. If I'm tired, I will fall asleep.
He won't use the force when his life's in danger.
Seriously,
Then it's, I
trying
want
to
a cookie.
turn it on at 1 a.m. So we'll watch it
Need
tonight.
a cookie. Of course, that's when I use the force too.
So he wants to wear the sweater. Don't worry, you will see the Baby Yoda sweaters.
Yes.
Don't you worry.
Yes.
Long-time listener, first-time caller from Pittsburgh. Thank you for everything you do. I've enjoyed for years now. Stupid comment forevermore. Latang on the wing. Serious comment. Aces. Yins? How do you pronounce that? Yins rock.
Oh, all right.
I'd use the force to get cookies too. I know, that's what I said. It's like
That was so
a
funny.
Toddler. It's a toddler.
That was
thing.
so funny because he's.
I won't
Loki
use the
goes,
force
no.
to
All right, I'll just get the box
save
then.
us from spiders, but I want cookies. Use the force.
That's why Mando shouldn't be leaving the kid behind, though.
Yeah, no telling us what happened in the last episode. That would be a jerky thing to do.
Wait.
Ban you forever.
But it's just cookies.
I know, that's not a spoiler.
And they don't actually show it.
People
they don't actually show it.
No.
Technically.
Are you excited for the new Batman movie? There's another Batman movie?
Yeah, remember Robert Pattinson's playing Batman. He's Edward from Twilight.
I've never seen Twilight.
Oh, we can watch Twilight anytime you want. It's really, really horrible and awful.
I know you really like that movie.
It is hilariously
you can watch
bad.
It in your own time.
It'd be nice to be able to watch it and talk all the way through it and not get in trouble. I used to get in trouble for that. If you're watching Twilight with somebody that really likes it and you're tearing it to pieces, they generally don't like that.
You can only, that would be really annoying. Like watching Hallmark movies with Shannon. You cannot watch crappy Hallmark movies with Shannon. Even if you know they're crappy. He's obnoxious.
You're just saying that based on the one I was watching with you a couple weeks ago.
He's hilarious. You weren't even watching it.
Watched enough of it to know what was going on.
Okay. You can only keep one, Wrath of Khan or A New Hope.
Wrath of Khan. I apologize, but Wrath of Khan is one of the greatest sci-fi movies ever. Wrath of Khan's fantastic.
It's pronounced Yins. Okay. I don't know who that is. I don't recognize that name. Mr. and Mrs. Yoda trouble or no. Adelaide saw the Baby Yoda Christmas sweaters and she keeps telling me, you need to wear that tomorrow. Tomorrow is Baby Yoda Day. I love crappy Lifetime movies. I know.
I do too.
I know.
Because I can talk over them and make jokes all the way through. And
Yins means you in Pittsburgh. Does it? What? Does that actually?
Pittsburgh has their own language, I guess. Makes sense because they're not too far from Boston and nobody knows what the hell they're saying in Boston.
Is that really what it means? Or are they making crap
Probably
up and
retaliatory against Boston.
Because I know people on here like to mess with me.
There are other cities around there that just don't like Boston. So
Hallmark movies are like Tyler Perry movies. You watch one and you've watched them all. Yes, we joke about that of, okay, is it a single mom or a single dad?
Who's dad?
Do they have to
Who's dad?
try and keep alive the family business?
Oh, he's a widow.
And
what a surprise that he's a widow.
Their small town where she's from.
He's lost his smile. He doesn't like Christmas anymore. She's a perky youngin' that really loves Christmas.
Yeah.
No, now she has to do interior design for his house.
Christmas.
No, but if he doesn't like it, she does, and vice versa. And then it's, she has to do some kind of project at his work.
And they're all filmed
what's going to happen?
in Abbotsford.
True. Yeah, they're all filmed around here.
They are. They're filming. They've been filming a bunch this year too. So
there.
Yins is like yupper.
There.
What? From Upper Michigan Peninsula. What's a yupper? Sounds like a dog.
What is your deal? Why are you crying?
The Pittsburgh equivalent to y'all. Is it really? Have you ever heard of that?
I barely speak Boston. I can't be bothered with Pittsburgh.
I've never heard of that. Yupper. Okay, you guys there's other words in here that I don't know what you guys are saying. I don't know if these are real words. What? What? No. Yeah, okay, guys, use like real words. Speak English. Can you do a video on the top 10 moments from the 2019-2020 NHL season?
I could.
What's he doing, Bear? What is he doing to you? Hoodsy is a special ice cream cup from Boston. Okay, see, I saw the comment. I was like, I don't even know what that is. I think you guys are starting to mess with me and just say words.
Boston has their own
I have
language.
no idea. You guys are all talking crazy.
You should talk to Matt Damon sometime. He's a friend of mine.
We have way too many cats.
Yes.
Just saying. None of my cats enjoy being held. Ours really don't either, except for Bear.
And
Well, and Shadow.
let me hold
Shadow,
him.
it depends. Bear would like to be carried in a little pouch. Yes.
She'd get used to that very quickly.
She would like to be held at all times.
But I have to hold her like this, like a baby.
Yes.
Because that's what she's used to from
Pixel
me.
and Lilybell do not like being picked up.
I tried doing this with
at
Pixel.
all.
You should have seen the panic when I tried to pick her up like this.
She does not like being picked up. But if you sit down, she will lay on you. Lilybell, oh my gosh. Yeah, you sit down, and I'm laying on you now.
Yeah.
I'll lay on your phone. I'll lay on your computer. You're sitting. I'm going to lay on you. Are there any acceptable movies for guys to cry to, and what are they? Of course.
Schindler's List.
Having a penis doesn't dictate whether you have emotion or not.
Shawshank. First time you see Shawshank.
Have I seen Mallrats? What do you think I did when I was in high school?
And for some reason, The Greatest Showman gets to me. I don't know.
I know exactly why The Greatest Showman gets to Shannon, but
Yeah, that movie really got me the first time I watched it. I'm like, what the hell? What's wrong with
I know
me?
exactly why. But of course, I've seen Mallrats. I used to watch that with my two best friends in high school because
I tried to watch it with her last week, and she didn't have any interest, and I just turned it off.
Mallrats
I don't think you're telling the
and
truth.
Clerks.
I don't think you're telling the truth. Well, I
Whatever,
tried to
I
watch
was
that last
watching.
week, and you didn't really care.
I was watching it.
Not really.
Yeah, I was.
Nope.
Shannon likes to decide whether I like movies or not.
Well, because if I don't decide, who will?
Yeah, he likes to decide sometimes that, oh, you don't really like this movie. You don't want to watch the rest of this movie when, yeah, I think it's interesting that he decides that.
Well,
but,
in that case, it was you were falling asleep.
Well, yeah, but that movie I know so well. I don't even have to watch it.
I've become pretty good at figuring out when you're ready to just baby pass out. Just that nodding off and your head starts going over to the side.
Do you ever watch comedy movie like the Cornetto trilogy?
Cornetto trilogy. That's got Shaun of the Dead in it.
No idea what that is.
It ends
We
with
do watch
World's
comedies.
End. World's End you haven't watched yet.
I don't
that's the Shaun of the Dead guys.
comedy though.
And they did
there are lots of comedies that I like.
The cop
but
one.
I'm picky.
The cop one that he's in. Notice how much bigger
the cop one. Who is in? What are you talking about?
Sean from Shaun of the Dead.
Oh, I know what movie you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, we like comedies.
He's a little bigger than his sister.
Just not stupid comedies.
But he saw that I was holding his sister, so he came over because he's like, all right, well, if you're going to hold a cat, you put her down, then you can hold me too.
Hey,
They're like
Shannon,
children.
if there were to be a Canadian division next season, how competitive will it be? And who do you think will come out on top in the end?
Toronto would likely be the best team in a Canadian division, but Edmonton could be very strong. Calgary's got a pretty good blue line. They've got pretty good goaltending. I think Winnipeg's going to be underrated. And Vancouver and Montreal, both potential wild cards in the whole thing. They're talking about, in order to get the NHL players to agree to some kind of deferral, expanding the playoffs a bit so that you have the play-in round again, which would also, for the owners, generate more revenue just for this 1 year. We'll see if they end up doing that, but if they did, then that would mean that there would only be one team in the Canadian division that wouldn't get any kind of play-in consideration, which would likely be Ottawa, and then two in each of the other three divisions.
Green Mile is a fantastic movie.
Oh, I think I cried the first time I watched that.
Oh, yeah.
I think the first time I watched that.
Well, because John Coffey. Yeah.
Hold my hands balls.
Yeah. That's a really good movie.
Yes.
Can you do a standings prediction? Wings for a cup.
Yes. I just need a confirmation of who's in what division, and then I can do that. I was even getting ready to use the big board there for something like that, but I need to know for sure who's in which division first.
What's the best Mighty Ducks movie? All of them. Shannon loves all of them.
What's the shortest one?
We don't have dogs because we have 4 cats and 3 children.
Yeah, dogs would not fare well in this house.
We don't have room or time. We have too many.
The only way that you can have cats and dogs together is if you get a puppy and a kitten and you raise them both together, and then they don't know any different. That's the best way to do it. We did that in my house when I was a kid.
How many jerseys does Shannon have? Too many.
It's
a lot.
Well, I mean,
it's a lot.
For my next countdown, there's 34 on each page.
I cried during Marley and Me. I won't watch that movie.
No, I'm not watching that either. That movie sounds ridiculous.
Yep, not watching it.
2, 3, 4.
Well, somebody doesn't
5,
like the new BC COVID rules. Well, nobody likes it.
We're not supposed to like it.
It's not fun for anybody,
7,
but you know,
8,
it's better have restrictions than more people die. So,
9, 10,
or even just getting sick. But nobody likes the restrictions.
11, 12.
But we're not doing it just for the hell of it. So,
340.
Is that cat massive or is Shannon small? The cat's not massive, actually. He's
about
small.
400 jerseys.
He weighs. I weighed them last month.
And I think he's 18 pounds, isn't he?
I was gonna say he's either 17 or 18 pounds. I don't remember. So he's our longest cat, but he's
she's
not
10 pounds.
Huge.
Bear's 10 pounds.
No, she's not. She was 15 pounds. No,
she's
they're
so much
actually
lighter
not.
Than he is.
I know. All the cats are only a couple pounds.
There's
apart.
No way.
Lilybell only weighs 1 more pound than Shadow.
But she's so tiny, and it's.
I know she's a bubble.
Her frame
of a cat.
is smaller.
Have the Kraken decided on a head coach yet?
Nope. I would think that the Kraken will really officially get things started when they make their final expansion fee payment, and they're able to pick up players. I would think that's when you start picking up, sort of like, Vegas picked up Reed Duke, guy they didn't think was going to play, but they still signed a contract. We'll start seeing guys get signed by Seattle and some kind of a plan for the rest of the organization around the time they make that last payment.
Wait, is Lisa on here? I haven't seen Lisa. Where's Lisa? Is she doing something? Why isn't she on here talking?
How would they know?
400. I thought I had a lot. With my 22 Jets jerseys. That's a lot of Jets jerseys.
When I met you, I didn't have that many.
No, you didn't have very many at all.
I didn't have enough for one of these racks when I met you.
Why isn't Lisa online?
I don't know. How would I know that?
She has a date, whatever.
See, and then I've got all the cups that I got this week.
No, because Lisa and I are of the same opinion. Boys are dumb.
The nice thing with the cups too is that I have an Atlanta Thrashers cup. Did you see that? I have an Atlanta Thrashers Stanley Cup.
My girlfriend likes your Oilers jersey. You got to be a little bit more specific. Oh, the one you're wearing?
Yeah.
No.
I know you don't like it.
No, there's some nice Oilers jerseys. That's not one of them.
I did a video today on other reverse retros. If they did another round, which ones they could do a reverse of, and I said the gear jersey. Just do it.
Can I please read the interesting questions, not yes or no answers?
No.
No, I like to read the really boring ones. It's my favorite.
Ironically, that's a yes or no question. So, no.
Ads on YouTube are annoying. Yes, but that's how creators get paid. So,
right.
Ads on anything.
And at this time of year, it's the Christmas
is the
advertising.
Only way that creators get paid.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, I don't have a bunch of sponsorships, and I don't have, and even the bigger channels that have the big sponsorships, they estimate that like 75% of their income is still through AdSense on YouTube.
Have I ever stolen one of Shannon's jersey and he didn't know about it? Why would I steal it?
Where would you take it?
What would I do?
We live in the same house.
I might steal his jersey hoodies.
Oh, yes.
He doesn't own any jersey hoodies.
I got myself a really nice black North Stars one that she wears all the time.
I own a bunch. I have like 5 of them. Yeah. Shannon doesn't own any.
Nope. It's
too
really
bad.
weird. I ordered them and
He
she
should
ends up
really
having
get
them.
himself some jersey hoodies. I wear them as pajamas because they're just huge and cozy. But no, why would I take his jerseys?
Most of them wouldn't fit you.
No, they're huge. I like the women's jerseys because they actually fit.
So this one's a 46, which on me fits, but on her not so much.
No, it doesn't. Does Iron Giant make you cry? Doesn't Iron Giant make everybody cry?
No, I don't remember it made that one. That one did.
Doesn't it? Oh, it has to. That's
It's an amazing movie though. Iron Giant is fantastic.
That is a great movie. Best jersey ever. Number 1, Whalers. Number 2, Oilers, Royal Blue. Which one? The one with copper? Because
no, Royal Blue would be the original.
Oh, the brighter one.
Yep.
I like the one with copper.
That's Navy.
Mighty Ducks, Eggplant. I do like that one too. Penguins, nope. Blackhawks, Current. Love the channel, Shannon Yvonne. Wrong.
The Jets heritage jerseys are my favorite.
Yes, they're
Those
beautiful.
are my favorite ones. And the Kings, anything with the shield logo on the front.
Eggplant Ducks, though. That one's nice.
Yeah, I have that.
I know you do.
I have a bunch of them.
Did you cry when Mufasa died?
No.
Oh my gosh. All of the Disney movies where people die.
Disney movies are too manipulative. I can see
really
it coming.
good with those.
So it's very rare for a Disney movie to get me, but you know.
Oh, most Disney movies make me cry at least once. But Pixar movies,
Yvonne's
usually about 3 times.
Yvonne does tend to cry
really easily.
True.
Coco, oh my goodness, that's such a cute movie though. But yeah, of course, they all make me cry. All of the Pixar movies, they all make you cry. Did Up make you cry?
Oh
Holy
God, she's
crap.
a mess. You'd already seen that movie how many times?
Oh my gosh, I cry
every complete mess.
Single time.
I offered to turn the movie off. You were a total mess.
It's the beginning of the movie, though. The beginning of the movie is really hard. It is. The beginning of Up.
You were a total mess.
Every single time.
And Up. That one just...
That one, I have a hard time getting through the beginning of Up.
Even though you know what's coming.
I do. I know exactly what's going to happen. I really like that movie, though. But the beginning of it makes me cry every time. My favorite Pixar movie is Cars. You're wrong. It's not your favorite. Oh, Land Before Time. I love that movie. But yes, that one makes you cry, too. Yeah. When the mom dies. Definitely.
Yeah, but it's in every single animated movie.
Because it's before animated movies. That's how a lot of
somebody needs to edit together every dead parent in a Disney movie.
No, but it's not just Disney. Land Before Time's not
Disney, Pixar, any animated movie, dead parents. Just edit together every single dead parent.
They kind of need to. They have to do something to get it to where the child doesn't have
Started
the parent.
With Bloody Bambi.
Oh, no.
If Bambi's mother had been able to duck, we wouldn't have this problem.
Snow White. Shannon.
What? Snow White's mother wasn't killed by a hunter.
Do we like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang? Of course. That movie's great.
I watched that when I was a kid.
Don't worry. I know all the songs.
Of course you do.
You guys should do a special where Hockey Guy reads the questions and Yvonne answers. So then everybody can tell me I'm wrong.
I can't wait till I do the power rankings later and I find out how wrong
Inside Out. That one, yeah.
I liked Inside Out.
I do really like Inside Out.
I did.
It definitely makes me cry because everything. Are you ignoring me? Nope.
Yes.
I don't ignore.
I like the yes/no questions.
I know. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang is great. I do really like that one. It's kind of long, but I do really like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. And Bed Knobs and Broomsticks.
But one thing I've got her watching, we're going to do a review after we're done watching it, is V. We watched the original series. Last night we watched the first part of Final Battle. I've had that epic music going through my head all day today. You know, if you just go through your day with that music, you expect aliens because you hear just that thump. That thump. It's just fantastic. Batman
didn't start the whole dead parent thing either. It started before we had TV and movies. Stories frequently started about. Think about how many fairy tales are with orphan children.
Right.
How many of them?
Well, kids aren't interesting till they're orphans.
Died. Well, they have to make it so that the child, who is the main character, is in a position that they can rise up or be the leader or be the hero. If they have the parent there, then you're not going to have that same story and the character overcoming
Even in
something.
Evil Dead, Bruce just doesn't have his
that's
mother.
why that's such a common thing in kids' stories.
It's kind of funny when you think about it. Ash versus Evil Dead. Yeah, no, his mother's dead. So even in that, Bruce Campbell's an orphan. Wow.
Do you guys watch ROH, AEW, Impact, or?
I watch AEW. Every now and then I'll make Yvonne watch a match of AEW. That's the other wrestling, not WWE. ROH, I used to watch religiously. I've tried recently. It's not as good. Impact is really funny. If I could get Yvonne to watch Impact with me, I think she'd find it entertaining.
Fantasia. Did you try when the dinosaurs that went extinct in Fantasia? No, I do love Fantasia. I like both of them. Yeah, I like Fantasia. It's good. What are your thoughts on Val Kilmer as Batman?
He was good. I don't think that. I don't think he was as good as Michael Keaton, but Michael Keaton is still, I think, the best Batman. I think he was, and I'm not even sure that for me it's close. I'm really excited that he's going to somehow be associated with it again. You had a phone call yet?
No.
No?
Oh, no.
We're waiting to hear back from Superstore.
Yeah, we were supposed to have a grocery pickup.
Grocery pickup that I
this morning.
Paid for. Yep. And with grocery pickup,
4:30.
With grocery pickup,
no
because
groceries for us.
Because things are so backed up for them, they said just write in the email until we verify your time and until
don't
we call
us. We'll call you.
Up. And she tried calling them, and
I think they've just taken their phone off the hook.
Yeah.
Which means if you go there to pick up your groceries, too bad.
Yeah, good luck, because if you can't call them to tell them you're there, you're just sitting there.
Okay.
But I think it's because people are anticipating a lockdown, so everybody's ordering online right now.
Loving the Halloween spirit. I always dress like this. Is my Christmas shirt. Can't you tell?
Yeah, there's Christmas lights.
This one's a Christmas one. Sure, it looks like all my other clothes. I think last year we were back when we could go to stores. Going to the store and somebody was like, "Hey, she's all dressed for Halloween." I am. Oh, I guess. All right.
It's like me. I wear jerseys 365 days a year because why not?
Would you do a review of The Good Place? Oh.
We could.
Have you guys ever been to the New Jersey / New York area in the last 5 years? You could have just cut that part off. No.
Never been there.
Well, no. I've been to the New York airport.
Yeah, she was to the New York airport. That's it. I've never been there. I need to go there.
I've been to the airport.
Once all the other stuff is done, then I'll be traveling again, and I'm excited to do that. Right. So New York's definitely on the list. We need to do a West Coast or East Coast swing anyways. We'll bring all 3 kids. It'll be fun. It'll be like vacation. Vacation's always fun.
Oh, I miss vacation.
But with one extra kid. So
I can't find Lisa. I was gonna message her.
Well, she's not in your phone.
Stream. Yeah, she was. I talked to her.
I'm just saying she's not in there. Talk to her through here.
She's not on here.
Right on the camera.
So I was gonna message
talk
her.
to the camera and somehow she'll know.
Hey, where are you?
Somehow she'll have some kind of a
Are you doing something?
psychic idea.
Do you have a life?
See,
we don't.
Lars is saying she's not online.
I know. That's why I was gonna message her.
Why didn't you message her?
Hey, why aren't you online? We're live streaming. Where are you? Do you have anything better to be doing besides talk to us? The answer is no. So,
do you ever wear jerseys out in public? Well, yeah. I
back
wear.
When there was a public.
I wear jerseys wherever I'm going. I try to make sure that I'm matching, and if I do a video, I'll change my jersey before I go out.
That's true. He changes clothes more often than our 7-year-old daughter.
I would say I average 6 jersey changes during the day.
He does not. Are Bear and Pixel cuddling? No.
Absolutely not. They're on separate trees.
they're on. Yeah, there's like a foot and a half.
Pixel's
between
kind of
them.
falling off of it too.
You see your little paw hanging down. It's so cute.
Yeah, she's
No.
gonna fall off, and then she gets mad at me when I
No,
prevent her
yes.
from falling off.
Why are you touching me? Xanadu. That was the whole comment. Xanadu. Shannon really likes that movie. And
I don't know if I had to choose between Olivia Newton-John and Xanadu.
Shannon's
Or
done
Faye
videos
Grant
about where
in
he
V.
buys jerseys.
See, Faye
There's a
Grant from
bunch.
V could beat the crap out of Olivia Newton-John and Xanadu. I don't care about if she's a god or whatever she is.
What NFL jerseys do you need? He doesn't need football. Just say no to football.
Football.
No.
I'm pretty good on football jerseys because I have a lot of Chargers. I have Bengals. I have the Lions. I have Titans. I don't have Seahawks. I've thought about getting Seahawks. I know she's always bugging me to get the bright green Seahawks.
No, you already have the Dallas jersey. So you can glow in the dark. You don't.
Well, I don't have Dallas Cowboys, but I don't want Cowboys.
Okay. Anyways, enough of that football talk.
I have
Okay.
Bears.
If Mando didn't have the child, how less popular would it be? Do you think?
It'd still be popular, but
I'm sure
definitely
it'd still be a
with
good
kids. With kids, the popularity in a large part comes from the child.
Adelaide calls it the
Adults
Baby
would
Yoda show,
adults
so-
would watch it anyways,
Yes.
even without him. But with him, it definitely changes everything. It was a very smart move by Disney. It's a very well structured show, and I'm very happy with it. It reminds me of why I fell in love with Star Wars when I was a kid.
Is it going to be an all Canadian division?
Yeah. The fact that the Raptors have been moved to Tampa shows that it's going to be an all Canadian division. Basically, you're not going to be able to cross the border. The Toronto Raptors were looking at that, and I guess the Canadian government told them, forget it, it's not going to happen. So it's going to have to be an all Canadian division to start the season.
You've done videos on the Canadian division and the divisions, haven't you?
I've talked about the Canadian division.
About that
I have not had confirmation on the American divisions. There's speculation on how the American divisions are going to be structured. Once they are confirmed, then I can talk about those divisions and do a preview, because there's going to be at least one division where it could be much easier to make the playoffs than the others.
Do an entertainment guy live stream. We haven't done one of those for a while.
We haven't done one of those in ages.
Yeah.
You could do one
We
on
used
the
to do those
PlayStation.
like twice a week.
Yeah, we could do that on the PlayStation.
Favorite film starring Andy McDowell?
Starring Andy McDowell. Groundhog Day. Groundhog Day. Although I like her in Ready or Not. Ready or Not, she is amazing. That movie is awesome. I cheered every time somebody exploded in that movie. And my wife was repulsed, but I thought it was great. So, well, it's funny when people just explode.
No.
You're going to love The Boys. People's heads are exploding.
No.
It's great.
Any news on the Sharks?
No. I know that they're having the fight with the city.
Lars linked the video about the Canadian division.
They're having the fight with the city.
Thanks,
regarding
Lars.
the parking, but I think a lot of that's just saber rattling. That's not going anywhere.
Lars is on it.
I think the Sharks, just in terms of their performance this coming year, I would expect them to be a little bit better than last year, but I still don't see them as a playoff team.
The Boys is awesome.
The Boys is great. The Homelander show.
I'm kind of emotional, so thoughts on the flying V from the Mighty Ducks. Shannon loves it. He loves their use of skill and the reality. We were at a Canucks game this last year, and a lady was yelling at them that they needed to do the flying V. And Shannon was just telling me, you know what? She's right. They really do need to do the flying V, because that way they would definitely have it. That's how that went.
We've been at games where there's fans in it that I can hear saying crap that I'm like, oh my God. And I will message her while she's sitting next to me. this guy behind me is so full of crap and I can't handle it. I am so near
Or if
turning around telling him
they'll
off.
be like the people in front of us. He's just looking at me like.
Because I'll hear like, well, so-and-so's having a bad season and he's getting traded. And I'll turn to her and go, no. Because there's no point arguing with somebody in a crowd. So it's like, no. Oh, God, no. What? Oh, no. I might mumble something about now I understand why they set the city on fire. Every now and then mumble that. But, just minor things like that.
Remember when we used to go to games?
I remember when we went to games. It was fun.
Remember that?
I'm starting to get memories on Facebook about the games we've been to.
Yeah, I got one the other day.
Yep.
It was
We're coming up on the anniversary of the Vegas
some
one.
game.
Coming up on the anniversary of the Vegas one. Vancouver, Vegas last year, where somehow I jinxed Vegas into losing that game. And that was Josh Levo's last game as a Canuck.
How did we meet? Online.
It was online.
Messaging the person next to you? Yep. Totally do that.
Because I know that if I start talking out loud, I'm just going to start just going off.
Yes, and then people join in the conversation.
So mad. I get so mad.
Every time.
Because they hear like, this guy's a complete bum and he's a loser and he can't do it. I'm like, oh my God, he's not. I'm going to lose it.
I've had my share of drunk Canuck fans at games. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes. We most definitely have.
Do you know there's nothing that drives me nuts more than being around fans that the team scores and they'll jump up and go Canucks, we're the greatest team ever. And then they allow 2 or 3 goals. These guys are bums. These guys suck.
Yeah.
I'm tired of a team that can't win anything. And then they come back and they win the game and yay! It's like, oh my God, like the bit you can hear during the game, you hear the bandwagon filling up, emptying, filling up again. It's like, holy crap.
Shannon will get lots of reverse retros.
There's a board.
He has a list
up.
Outlining in what order.
I have a board made up.
I've
I've even posted 2 members and patron videos
for months
on the retros and what the plan is. And because I know that once they sell out, they may not come back. So I don't want to be stuck looking at them on eBay and go, wow, $500 for that, huh? That's no.
You met online. Tell us more. We met on OkCupid, right?
OkCupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. OkCupid. If you're single and you're on which website works,
Shannon.
OkCupid is the only one that seems to have something that makes sense. Not afraid of girls. I just didn't think that I was boyfriend material.
Afraid of me. We talked for quite a while.
Messaged me first.
I know, and then he stopped talking to me. He ghosted me.
I did not ghost you. I did not ghost you. Don't start with that crap. I did not ghost you.
And then he messaged me weeks later, or months. It was a long.
Realize
time
I
later.
Deactivated my OkCupid account for about a month and a half.
Okay, so it was a long time, and then one day he just messaged me again, like, "Hey," and then we didn't stop talking
for weeks.
We talked all the time, unless he was at work. We talked all the time, just through text, because Shannon doesn't do phone calls, or video calls, none of that. We talked all the time. He sent me his books, and I read all of his books. Well, not all of them, most of them. I read a lot of your books. And then one day he finally agreed to meet me on the stipulation that we were only friends. It was just we're going out as friends.
Yep.
That lasted like an hour, 2 hours into the date.
Okay, now you're making me sound bad. My fault. She had this big silly grin on her face when Wash It All Away came on, and I was like,
well,
oh,
we
crap.
were laughing to the crappy music before that.
6 a.m.?
That was terrible.
It was the backup dancers.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Because she had to keep pulling her skirt down and doing the hair flip to get her hair out of her face and make sure
it was so funny. And pulling down her mini skirts. Yep, that was great.
So she'd hair flip and pull her skirt down, hair flip. And we were both keeping track of it. And then we said something to each other.
Giggling, the backup dancer. That was funny. Shannon's an author. Yes, he has books. They're on Amazon. They're not edited or anything.
They make like $2 a month. I'm really proud.
Because he doesn't have a mark to a price that he actually makes anything on them.
They're not fallback.
They're not edited or anything like that. But they're good books.
At some point in time, I would like to get them professionally edited, published, and all that other wonderful stuff.
When
I
we
just
were
don't have
just
the time
talking
right
and you
now.
told me that he wrote books, I was just like, yeah, okay. Uh-huh. All right. You know how
Everybody
people will
says
tell
they
you,
like
yeah, I wrote a book, and you read it and you're like, his books are actually good. I really liked them. And I remember I was visiting some friends or like chosen family about it. And I was like, actually, these books are really good. So yeah. Shannon was having a hard time emotionally. I understand why he ghosted. Yes. That's exactly it. It was definitely.
Yeah.
He had to get out of his head a bit.
Yep.
Yeah. Is Yvonne secretly a Golden Knights fan?
Do you know I saw somebody,
I do like the Knights.
one of the ones that thinks that I'm
Their stuff is
biased.
sparkly too, so that
One of the ones that makes the argument that I'm totally biased says he's pretty sure that my favorite teams, my bias is towards Vancouver.
Duh. I mean, yeah.
I'm trying to remember which other one he said. It was not Boston or Dallas, and then the third one he said was Vegas, and I thought, really? I mean, we go to Vegas.
Oh, somebody asked earlier if we've been to a game in Vegas. Yes, we've
been to
two games. We were supposed to go to 3.
And
But
one
then
thing
there's
with
the
being to all the games we've been
apocalypse.
to is now we know the best place to watch a hockey game. So the top of the lower bowl is fantastic anywhere around it.
Yeah.
Or
I mean,
in the
we live
corner,
in Nashville country.
in the corner behind the camera crew.
Yeah.
Your photographers in the rink. That spot was perfect. That's where we were for our last game, and then the world closed the next day. So, yeah.
Who do you think will be a bottom 3 team?
Bottom 3 team. I think Detroit. I think Ottawa, and probably San Jose. Those would probably be my 3 picks for the lowest, and in any order. I don't know that Detroit's necessarily going to be the worst because teams don't usually repeat as 30th or 31st overall. But those would be my 3 picks. I think Ottawa's another 1 year away from being a playoff contender. Give all these kids a chance to grow this year.
Is Rick Nash the greatest player to wear the Blue Jacket sweater?
Right now, you could probably say that, although I think Bobrovsky gets into that conversation too. By the time it's all said and done, probably not. There's some young guys coming up. I think Foodie at some point could end up being the best Blue Jacket they've seen. That kid has fantastic talent level. Really, really hard competitor. If Atkinson rediscovers his scoring touch, he can get into that conversation as well.
I remember seeing you guys on TV during a game last year. Yep. Yeah, and
that
all
happened
of a
a few
sudden,
times.
Well, there was the one we were right behind the camera, so
That happened in Vegas.
We were really
too.
big.
Vegas, we were right next to the bench.
But on the Vancouver one,
Mhm.
we had so many people messaging us, sending us screenshots. But yeah, and then the Vegas one.
Yeah, we were next to the bench twice.
Yeah. Can Ovi pass Gretzky?
Yep. And I don't think it matters how many games they play this year. I still think he's able to pass Gretzky. I've learned not to bet against Ovechkin.
Can PD become the best Canuck of all time?
Yep. I think he's definitely going to be the best center they've ever had. And I think he's going to be their best player.
Shadow's giving everybody a show. You're welcome. Favorite soup? What's your
chicken
favorite
noodle
soup, Shannon?
Chicken noodle. It's not close.
I like a lot of soup.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. Soup is great.
Usually what you eat is stew. It's not really soup.
Whatever.
I like stew.
I really like soup. Soup is great. I really like cauliflower soup, and I love lentil soup.
Cauliflower
Cauliflower soup is fantastic. Don't just ignore Shannon. He's just wrong.
There's
Potato
Milestones.
really
Milestones.
good.
I don't think we've ever ordered for them, but I noticed they got fried Brussels sprouts.
I love Brussels sprouts.
Of foods for a starter. I just couldn't find anything I would have wanted, so I was like, not just ordering her Brussels sprouts.
I love Brussels sprouts. They're
I think
great.
it was Milestones.
Lentils rule. Lentils are great.
You don't have to face this direction.
Stew is a meal. Soup is an appetizer. Whatever. Soup is totally a meal. No. Favorite bread? Yes.
If the what's it? The Italian herb and garlic that you get at Subway. You know the Italian herb one? Subway. It's the place where you get sandwiches. That's a bread.
That's not the best bread. What?
Sure it is.
He's wrong.
It is, though. Not that Subway counts as bread in certain countries.
Right? I mean, this not. What?
I think it's hilarious that because of the content
Oh
of
my
what
gosh.
makes up their bread, it's not qualified as
Okay,
bread.
I make bread, and he's saying Subway stuff is the best.
Well, when did you make an Italian herb and garlic bread?
If you want me to make her bread, I can, but my goodness.
Well, you should.
Shannon.
Come on, get at her.
Superstore or Walmart? Superstore. I don't go to Walmart.
No.
Right now, I really don't.
Besides,
At all, ever.
Superstore
I'm not
has my
going-
double-ended markers. This is great that I've got my double-ended
No.
markers again. So that helps.
French bread is best. Oh, it could be good.
See, now I just think of
Good place.
I think of the good place. Stealing bread is
Sodom.
bad, and if you steal a baguette, that makes it French, so it's worse.
Canuck fans will only agree if there is a flying skate, a V stick and rink Orco with a millionaire shoulder patch on one side, with Johnny Canuck patch on the other, or we riot.
Yeah,
Man, that'd be ugly.
yeah. I'd like to see See, I said today when the video I did suggesting other reverse retros, I'd like to see. What about a stick and rink green jersey? Like a green version of the stick and rink, the original, not the modernized one.
No.
I think that'd be really nice.
NHL signed hockey sticks.
No,
Nope.
because I really, for me with like signed jerseys and signed sticks and stuff, I don't really have anywhere to put them. And then you get into the whole cost, and I'd be worried about something getting wrecked, and just for the sheer value of it, it's just no.
Can I see your Cleveland Crusaders jersey? I ordered mine from 503 Sports. Isn't that who you got yours through as well?
I got mine through Sports K,
Right.
and it's a K1 jersey. So it's technically it's made by K1, which I think quality-wise is about the same as 503.
Maybe the kids asking for their phones. What teams do you want to see play live in Seattle in 2 seasons when COVID ends?
I'd love to see Boston and Seattle. Wear my Bruins gear and go to Seattle. That'd be fantastic. And Dallas. Because then, if you think about it, we'd be able to see Boston play in Vancouver, and then they'd probably play in Seattle after, or vice versa. So I could see 2 Bruins games in a row. That would be absolutely phenomenal to be able to watch 2 in a row.
Somebody wants to know if you've ordered the Nordalanche jersey.
No, because I already know where I'm getting it from, so I haven't needed to order it yet, but I know I'm getting it. That's in the first group. There's groupings, and it's in the first group. Every now and then I'm changing the groupings. I'm just not sure whether to have LA in the first group or the Rangers. I know what your choice would be between the two.
What? I wasn't listening to what you were saying.
Between the Kings and the Rangers, which one you get first? Right.
Thanks for the impossible task. Train a rank list of coaches. Hard to see Brindamore was left off, but I don't know who to bump out. Stay safe, guys. Go Pens.
For me, Brindamore got the honorable mention. He would have been the next one if I'd gone to 13. I think there's a parallel between Brindamore and Berube. I just gave Berube the edge. I'll be right back. One sec.
Do you want to grab the boys' phones for them? I think my phone keeps being because I'm pretty sure our boys are messaging me over and over. Yep. Yeah. You know how much my kids text me? See all these texts? This is during the live stream. So if you hear my phone banging, it's the kids upstairs texting me. Purple's a good jersey color. Agreed. Does Shannon have any Vancouver Blazers jerseys? I don't think so. No, they ask for their phones like all day long, and it slightly drives me crazy. Yeah, Mom, pretty much all the time. And since there's 3 of them, it'll be like one will come and pester me, and they'll walk off. And a couple seconds later, the next child will come and pester me. I'm like, holy crap! Can you guys like wait 5 minutes between each other, or something? Go do something.
Handed him, said, "Go away."
Yeah. During the day, can we have our phones? No. Go do something.
The funny
Well,
part was him trying to
what do
lie to
I-
you and saying they already ate.
What do I have to do to get my phone? Something else.
Today was
Like,
just
go-
eat food.
Go play outside. for a
Already
bit.
ate.
Go
What did
play a
you eat?
game. Yeah.
Uh,
Leftovers. Okay, what did you eat?
then we go upstairs,
Leftovers.
and he didn't.
So what did you eat? Yeah, Why are you lying about eating dinner?
Right.
Holy crap.
Right.
Anyways, children are fun.
That's the word for
Get the Kings with Velarde or Peterson.
it. They'll be blanks. The ones that I'm getting are going to be blanks. The only way I get a name on the back of a jersey is if I'm getting a huge deal on it. So if at some point there's a huge sale, maybe, but that's why I got a bunch from Cool Hockey, because they were 40% off. And so that's the only reason I got those ones, is because 40% off. So yeah. The new jerseys will not be 40% off for a long time.
Thoughts on sunset being so early in the afternoon? I know it's 5
It
o'clock.
really
Can you
sucks.
see? It's pitch black out.
sucks.
It's totally dark.
In
5.
December, it's awful. The only thing that was good was when I was my old church, the Sabbath goes from sundown to sundown. So the earlier sundown got, the
so
more
in the
we could play
winter,
floor hockey.
Sabbath is only like 4 hours long.
Well, no, it was sundown to sundown, meaning that it
Oh,
started
right,
Friday night
right,
at like
okay.
4 o'clock. But then we'd have our Vespers
end.
meeting at half an hour before the end of the Sabbath. So we would be in the gym playing floor hockey at like 4 o'clock at night. It was great. So yeah, that was the only thing that I liked about the early sunset.
Oh, how are they texting me without their phones? Malachi has a tablet, and it's a Samsung tab, and on that I'm able to make different profiles on it. So I'm able to very strictly regulate what he has access to, because he cannot be trusted to have internet without very close supervision, but he is able to text me with it.
So I mean, if you want something,
child messenger.
if you want electronics loaded with spyware, malware.
Oh my gosh.
Loan it
Every
to
time he will download. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah. But he has a tablet. And so I'm able to put apps on it and just allow him just those apps. And one of the things he has is the kids messenger. So
the only good thing is that I used to work as a tech, and I used to do enough teching with Windows that I know how to get malware out, but it's a pain. It gets more and more difficult as each year passes, because some of the spyware and malware you get, it'll actually attach itself to files so that when you remove it, it makes it so your whole operating system's kind of buggered. So you have to watch for that.
Bear share? I don't know what that is. No, or Malachi's a special needs kiddo, so while he looks like an adult and he's way bigger than me, he's like a huge 6-year-old. So
yeah.
No, we have to treat him like he's a 6-year-old, especially when it comes to internet and such. There's not explaining.
Yeah, maturity wise, it's exactly the same as it was 4 years ago. Really hasn't changed.
No, we had the Amazon tablets years ago, and I didn't like it because there were so many things you can't do on them. Yep. There's a lot of apps that I would wanted to be able to use for educational purposes and stuff, so you just can't do on them. So I don't like the Amazon tablets at all. No, I don't. Nope. Pass. I like the Samsung tabs are pretty good with how I'm able to control it. So he's able to have it compared to a lot of others where you have to monitor it more closely or put in certain things to monitor it. So, yeah. Are you guys Christian? We don't need to share denominations and such. He's not. I am. During non-COVID, I'm a Sunday school teacher.
But she is. Doesn't she look like a Sunday school teacher? I mean, really?
We're not getting into denomination because I don't want to deal with that. Nope. But yes. New flight simulator game nailed the NHL ranks.
Flight simulator games can be a
That's
lot of fun. I used to play them back in the 90s. Way back when they started out.
No, I didn't like the Kindles. So
No, I'm not a huge fan of Kindles
there
myself.
was just so much we couldn't do on them. It's
Yeah.
kind of like the
for the price difference, it's
little
really not
laptops,
worth
yeah.
it. It's like, okay, so I'm going to pay that much. I might as well pay the extra $50 and get the real deal. So that's really where it comes from.
religion and politics are two no-fly zones. Pretty much, yeah. There's just things that we don't put on here because I don't want to have to deal with that.
Yep. This is true.
So we can kind of keep that out of there. But yeah. So anytime you get into that, there tends to be people that turn into jerks really quickly.
That's why I just keep it out of the comment section altogether, because it's just no. Nope. What does that have to do with hockey? Nothing. And gone.
If the Flyers did trade Ghost, what team would he perform best on?
Ghost would perform best on any team that rewards offense. I could see Ghost, if it was possible, excelling on a team like Carolina, where you'd have somebody who defensively could play with him, who could cover for him. I could see Ghost in Boston performing similarly to what Torrey Krug did for them before he went off to St. Louis. Because Boston, man, looking at their top four right now, it is not awe-inspiring right now. They could definitely use a guy like Ghost, because their top fours, McAvoy, Grzelcyk, Carlo. These guys have Miller in there. I've seen Lauzon in there too. Vakanainen's on there, and Moores, Borrell. They could use a defenseman. So if Philly was okay with trading to Boston, I think Ghost could be reclaimed by Boston, and maybe they could help him out.
When was the first time you live streamed? Long time ago.
That was before I met you.
Yeah.
I used to live stream when I was on NHL.
When his
17?
channel was tiny.
NHL 16 or 17.
I met Shannon just before his channel reached 1,000 subscribers.
I'll say NHL 16.
So his channel was tiny, and he used to.
And then I do live streams during games.
Well. Yeah.
So, yeah.
What Black Friday deals are you after? They already
I'm not really after any of the Black Friday deals. Because, honestly, okay,
he's
Cool
saving
Hockey's
all of his money for jerseys.
Cool Hockey's got 30% off, but I have them. So I've got it.
We did not meet at a hockey game.
No, we already explained we met on OkCupid.
Yeah.
She lost a bet, so she had to go on a date with me.
Not true. I contacted him because I thought he was so.
They had a date, the Biggest
cute.
Loser contest, and
I
she
was like,
won.
oh my gosh, look at him. He's adorable.
That's not why you.
I need to message him.
That's not what it was.
It's totally what happened.
Nope.
Oh my goch, cutest guy I've ever seen.
I was just the only guy on the site that wasn't posing with a pickup truck and a big dog.
True.
Look how manly I am with my pickup and my big dog.
Actually, I messaged him
because here, I could get my shirt off.
He was posing all dorky. He had Doctor Who stuff. And I thought that was fine. I didn't do the online dating for very long because yeah. Anyways, ask any woman about online dating and she'll tell you about the same opinion. But most guys will their pictures are all there. Yeah, guys are easy. I know. And the messages. Anyways, but Shannon was posing with Doctor Who stuff, which I thought was funny. And I thought, well, maybe he's not one of these pricks that first thing they ask you is
in one hand I had a sonic screwdriver.
Hey, can I do this to you?
I had a sonic screwdriver in one hand, a picture of Clara in the other.
So I had to message him and tell him that Clara is not the best companion and he's wrong. And that Donna's way better.
Oh, no. So
that was my first message.
You can make the argument that Rose is a better companion. You can make the argument that Amy Pond at points is better. You can't make the argument with Donna.
But that's why
I
messaged him, was because he didn't have the same thing as all of.
At the time she messaged me, basically I had read about how everything about my life meant I would never find a woman. And I had people in my life telling me everything that you're doing, everything you are, is woman repellent. So the picture that she clicked on that she liked was my way of saying screw you to everybody and like I give up. I give up. I give up. And here I am with a sonic screwdriver. And I had pictures on there too of me with Bear, with Shadow. I was like, all right, so women don't like guys with cats? Here you go. Forget it. You know, just forget it.
Right. But that's why I messaged him, because he wasn't like all the other guys, because I didn't like all the other guys.
Women don't like guys who wear hockey jerseys.
I want a guy
guys
that's who have a
dork.
cat.
And women women like manly men. And I'm like,
I don't need
get this.
The guys that want to show me how big their truck is and how much muscles they have. And well, can I do this? What the hell? You don't even know me. And you know.
It's an icebreaker. It's an icebreaker.
And I would frequently have to tell them, does this pickup line ever work for you? What woman's like, hey, yeah, that sounds good to me. Don't you want to be able to have a conversation with the person? Or no? Ew. Yuck. Anyways, so
that's the plan. Have a conversation.
Have I ever played Magic the Gathering?
Oh, here we go.
Yes. I had my own deck.
I haven't. She has.
My favorite was a white and green deck. So
I need to figure out a way to use these that they won't be all shiny. See on camera how to do that?
No, I really think if we put contact paper over it. So one of them that you have a ton of, we could try that. Put the contact paper over it.
You mean the one out of the case? Because out of the case? Yeah. Those aren't the ones out of the case. Those are the brand new ones.
Right. No, yeah. I mean, just one that we can test it out on.
Yeah. Because I want to use logos, but because of the sparkly background on it, it tends to reflect the camera. And then people are like, I can't see that, but they're nice and I know they'll work. I just need to get rid of some of the glare of the camera.
Have we watched Seinfeld? Of course. I don't like Seinfeld.
Seinfeld had one good season.
I don't.
Seinfeld had one very funny season. Everything before that, I didn't get it. And then the next season I went, and I stopped watching it.
Those original Magic cards are worth a lot. You know what I used to do? So I know I've mentioned it before. In my previous life, I owned my
Star Wars
tabletop game store. So we sold Magic. What I would do is I would get the packs of Magic cards, and then I'd get the really Yu-Gi-Oh is not better than Magic. You're wrong. I would get the rare ones, and I would take them and I would sell those to the card trader stores, and then I could buy more packs. I didn't need the really rare ones, but that would like pay for cards. Yeah, and I don't like Pokemon. No.
The original series for Pokemon was good. Did you ever watch that?
Nope.
Because it was good before they started adding all of the other Pokemon. I think I even had the original poster, or I think I bought the original poster for my kid. I was like, hey, here you go. You know, because it had all of them. It showed each form that they would evolve to. I thought that was really cool.
I don't have any of my old cards. My ex-husband decided to take all of them. He took a lot of my stuff that wasn't his. He took my...
Did you want me to replace them? Do you want me to order you some Magic the Gathering cards?
I think the boys would love playing Magic. No.
He
took my... He took my Eldar army too, which I was really
thankfully though.
Those things are expensive.
I have the entire series of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So
yes, Shannon has a new microphone. Didn't you get that like a week ago?
Yeah, the new microphone I got about a week ago, and it tells me when my voice is too loud, and so I'm able to not be. Have you noticed a difference?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Shannon makes videos all day, and so he's used to talking really loud, and so by the end of the day, he talks really loud to me. So it's not. They're not called Eldar. Oh, somebody told me about that. They changed the name of Eldar, and they changed the name of. It's not Warhammer Fantasy anymore. They changed the name of that too. And I really liked Fantasy. I had a High Elves army. It was my favorite. Yeah, I had a High Elves army. I had an Eldar army, and I had a Tau army. And I did have, I had a Blood Bowl too. I did the Eldars for that too. Because
I don't have it, so
they're cool. Shannon doesn't know what I'm talking about.
No.
But Those are my favorite. Yes, Holtby got his turtles across the border. Wasn't that yesterday?
He did. And that's fantastic. I thought about doing a video just on Holtby getting his turtles across the border, and I thought, nah.
The Eldar are the most fun to paint because they don't all have to match. Each regiment are like if you go to their little lore, you can have each regiment painted differently. They just match with each other. So that's fun. So they're the most fun to paint. I don't even know how many of you even know what I'm talking about.
I don't have any idea.
What are you talking about me? What, Lars? Did somebody ask something? I don't know. Okay.
Right.
Favorite cup final of the 20th century.
The 20th century. I mean, Rangers and Canucks, obviously, as a Canuck fan, would be my favorite. However, for a final that didn't feature the Canucks, the 1989 finals between Calgary and Montreal was spectacular. That was a great Stanley Cup final. It was nice to see, even though they had knocked out the Canucks, it was nice to see that the Flames finally got a Stanley Cup after bashing their heads against the Oilers' wall for years and not getting through. So that was nice to see. That's probably my favorite.
Oh, same with the Space Marines. I know, but everybody had Space Marines. Okay. Did you see him just roll his eyes at me? Everybody had Space Marines, so I didn't want to do those, but I have helped paint the Space Marine armies before, but everybody had them. Warhammer 40K. I had 40K armies and fantasy armies, which from my understanding is called something else now. But more people played 40K than fantasy. Most people didn't like fantasy, but I liked the models of fantasy better because I really liked the high elves. I think those are really fun. But 40K was way more popular. So I had Eldar and 40K and then Tau, which back then they were only 40K. I remember when they were first released. Yes, it's expensive to get into, but you used to be able to every once in a while find used armies, and you can get used armies for pretty darn cheap. You used to be able to get them pretty cheap on eBay because people would have no idea what they were selling. And so you would be able to get them for way less than what they were worth just because people had no idea. They'd their kid would leave them when they went to university and just want to sell them. And then I'm sure when their kid found out, they'd cry and, Mom, those were hundreds of dollars. Anyways, that's how I got most of my Tau army. I got most of it used, but it wasn't ever put together or painted or anything. So there you go. What about the 21st Century Cup Finals? Favorite and why?
Favorite from the 21st century? LA and New York. That was a fantastic finals. That LA, that Cinderella run by the Kings was absolutely incredible. Man, from the 21st century. And then both of the Red Wings Penguins finals when they met each other back-to-back years. Those were both really well played. And then I didn't care who won. Those are my favorite finals, is when I just don't care who wins. I'm just watching hockey. It's great.
I love Nightmare Before Christmas. What else is your favorite holiday movie?
Elf.
Elf is great.
Elf is fantastic.
Scrooged.
Scrooged is very good.
Scrooged is really fun.
Christmas Carol, the old one.
All of them. Muppet Christmas Carol.
It's okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay, keep talking. I forget the name of it. Give me a moment.
Of a Christmas movie?
Crap.
Miracle on 34th Street?
Arthur Christmas is awesome. I laugh every single time.
Waiting to launch?
What?
Waiting for Godot?
What?
You know that one? The one you're waiting for takeoff?
Prep and Landing.
There it is.
I knew he was making fun of me because he knew what I was talking about.
I don't know.
Arthur Christmas is great. Prep and Landing is great. And I saw they put it on Disney Plus, even though I have it on DVD.
Yeah, but it'll be high def on Disney Plus.
Did Lisa make it? There's Lisa. I was asking these people where you were, and none of them would tell me. They were just telling me that you weren't online.
Christmas Story is pretty good. Santa Claus is good, the first one. and then I don't know.
I like.
Although
all
the idea that Santa
Claus
Claus dies at the
movies.
beginning of that movie,
He doesn't
it's like,
die.
well,
He just stops being Santa Claus.
he's dead. And then Tim Allen takes over because the other one's dead.
Wallace and Gromit. All the Wallace and Gromit's great.
Wallace and Gromit's fantastic.
Yes. Does Shannon like the movie Mystery Alaska?
Mm-hmm. It's hockey. And it's more realistic than some of the other hockey movies that are out there.
It's a Wonderful Life. I do like that movie.
That is a good movie.
Shaun the Sheep. Shaun the Sheep's not bad.
We need to see Black Sheep. I need to show you the horror movie Black Sheep.
Wallace
that one's
and
really
Gromit
funny.
is better, though.
That one I think was made in New Zealand.
And Die Hard is also a great Christmas movie. Shannon
I don't think
thinks
Black
so.
Sheep's a Christmas movie.
Home Alone.
No.
The kids love the movie Home Alone because that's totally their kind of.
I was too old for Home Alone.
Christmas Vacation is great.
Christmas Vacation is kind of sort of perfect.
I do like that movie. Letterkenny fans, yes, we've
Vegas
seen them live.
Vacation is so bad. We did see Letterkenny live in Vancouver.
They were fun, yeah.
They were great.
Do you guys remember the Tom Hanks movie Big? Yes, I had the kids watch it just a couple months ago.
That was never one I was a big fan of.
I thought it was cute. The kids were entertained by it. So
You realize though he traumatized that
Letterkenny
poor woman.
Christmas, so funny.
Letterkenny
Of the
Christmas
holiday
is
ones,
great.
They have all the holiday ones. The Christmas one is one of my favorites. That and
Bonnie,
Valentine's.
yeah, Wayne. I think I'll take you up on your offer.
That's so funny. Oh my goodness. Yes.
Thanks. Next.
Oh, I had tickets to Letterkenny live before the world shut down. Didn't get to go. That's sad.
We were looking into it. They were going to be in Seattle. Remember, I was talking
that's
about us
right.
going to Seattle in July for that.
And
then,
you
yeah,
persuade
it all
Yvonne
fell
to
apart.
make a gaming channel. People would just tell me how I'm wrong. Yeah, you think hockey people are bad with women talking about stuff? Yeah, gamers. Yeah, I used to own a store, and the number of guys that would try and mansplain things to me. Yeah.
Well, little lady.
That would really make me not like people.
It's funny because it's true.
So,
I mansplain things to her every
Yvonne,
now and
if
then.
you made a gaming channel, what would be the first game you played? I wouldn't do that kind of gaming channel. I don't do video games.
Board games and card games.
I don't do video games. I really don't. I don't.
No. And for me, I don't do a whole lot of video games either.
I don't like video games.
I play Gran Turismo
no.
and I play NHL when I'm doing live streams. And outside of that, I don't really play it. I used to. 10, 15 years ago, I was playing NHL all the time, but I didn't have a channel. And I really enjoyed the game a lot more than I do now. It's not as much fun for me now. Maybe part of it is because it's not changed that much for me. They change things here and there, but it feels like it's basically the same experience. And at some point you kind of get tired of it.
Wait, it's Lisa's birthday? Happy birthday, Lisa.
Lisa, it's your birthday.
There you go.
Happy birthday, Lisa.
Do you get to do anything fun for your birthday? Or
Well,
is it
Michael
like
Jackson
all the
wrote her a song for her
other
birthday,
days?
so that's good.
Because I know my birthday during the apocalypse was pretty lame, so...
You didn't have a birthday.
I know. It didn't... It really didn't.
You're not getting a
So
Christmas
I'm
either.
gonna
Just
guess.
word of warning. Although we found out today the kids destroyed a lot of our outdoor lights. So
Kids
I've
are jerks.
had to order new Christmas lights for the outdoors because the kids annihilated them. I still don't know how, but they did.
Kids are jerks.
4 strands didn't work. So
LED. How do you... Well,
Means
no,
they
I know
snapped it.
exactly how they broke them, but what the hell?
Yep.
Kids are awesome.
surprised they didn't light on fire.
Do either of you guys remember a movie called Idle Hands?
Yeah,
I remember the
it's
movie. I don't
okay.
remember watching it.
It's okay. It's that came
It
out
wasn't
at
the
a time
cats that
when
destroyed the lights. No, it was the kids
Oh,
because they
the kids.
ripped them off of the house.
the cats don't really care about
They
lights.
still, you know how you hook them to, I'm not 70. That threw me off. You know how you have to use those little clips to clip them to the house? They just pulled the lights off of the house and the clips were still attached to the light strings.
So you yank as hard as you can. You're going to
Yeah.
break them. That's what they did.
Oh my goodness.
I have heard of goaltender
I
Al Jensen. I have a card somewhere.
Okay. What are your birthdays? Maybe I send you a prezi. Our birthdays are both in the spring. Yeah. Well, no, not actually.
Mine's not in the
No,
spring.
it's not. Yeah. It was like, it's not really.
Which husband are you talking about?
I don't know if you've noticed, but all of my husbands had birthdays within like a week of each other.
I'm totally going to ask.
I've had 3. Shannon's had
I'm
3.
telling Jennifer
all
Lawrence.
All 3 of them
that
were
she
born
forgot
in the
when my
beginning
birthday
of
was.
February.
Jennifer Lawrence already says.
Bizarro is that? Shannon
Dear
is
Jennifer
the fun
Lawrence.
husband. My other husbands were jerks. So.
Yvonne got my birthday wrong again, even after you reminded her, Miss Lawrence. May I call you Jennifer? No?
3rd time's a charm. Exactly. Well, see, the first time it was my high school sweetheart, so I didn't know any better. That is really hard when you do the high school sweetheart and you get married really young.
I wouldn't know. I didn't have a girlfriend in high school.
That's tricky.
Headed that off.
The second one, he was an ass. I didn't even like him when we got married. And I had a really bad self-esteem and was a single mom and thought it was him or be alone forever. And it took like 2 weeks to realize that being alone is better. And Shannon, I had higher standards.
And I was never married before I met her. I had a 15-year relationship, but I was never married.
Yeah, just the girlfriend forever.
Yeah. Which I thought was the same, but it's not. It's different when it's a wife.
Yeah, because you can't just decide you're going to leave. You're stuck with me.
That's
be alone is better than being miserable.
Yes.
So for all of you that are wondering if you're in a relationship and just
is better. Those moments of I think I'm.
If in the beginning you're questioning how much of this you want to put up with, or how much
thing is,
you're okay with.
If you find you're altering your behavior early on in a relationship just not to have an argument, that's a huge red flag. If you're like, I can't mention this, I can't, okay, yeah, that'll cause a fight. Forget it. If that's happening early, big red flag, and I was too stupid to see it in past issues I had, and thankfully with her, I just tell her straight out if she's ticking me off. I don't care.
No, that's not what happens
it's
at
great.
all.
It's great. The pure, complete, total honesty that I have with her is just so fantastic. But thankfully, she never makes me upset.
See, that's the truth.
She is the picture of perfection.
I know, right?
She's fantastic.
Shannon doesn't tell me if anything I do ticks him off because I cry really easy.
Oh my God. Yeah. So then I feel like I'm the biggest piece of crap, and then I got to buy her flowers.
We do get along really, really well. Really well.
Yeah. As far as she knows, we get along really, really well because she cries. So I could not possibly be happier.
Shannon, you're such a dork. See, and there's people that'll think, oh wow, okay. No, we do really get along well. But no, I do cry really, really easy. My wife told me that as soon as I realize she's always right, the easier it will be. That's true. That's right. Do you ever fight though? No. No, we really don't ever. That wouldn't work for either one of us. Both of us, actually, Shannon is also an emotional person as well. We both are.
It's just
neither one of us would work well in a situation where we would fight because we both shut down.
Yeah.
There are ways that we're very, very similar, and that is one of them. Neither one of us are confrontational at all. So no, we actually never do fight. We really don't ever have disagreements.
Yeah.
No, really. We don't. We really don't. And I know people don't always believe that, but we really don't. We really are each other's best friends. We're able to talk to each other quite well. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, agreed.
Power ranking for NFL. Where are my Saints?
The Saints right now are 3rd. We'll see how high they are after tomorrow, because course, they're without Drew Brees now for the next 2 to 3 weeks, they're saying. I'm sorry, but when a doctor says be careful with your lung, it sounds like that might take more than 3 weeks to get better, especially with, 4 or 5 cracked ribs. So they're number 3 on the power rankings, but I don't know for how long. I could see Baltimore jumping over them. I could see Green Bay jumping over them, and Tampa Bay with Tom Brady. They're going to go on a run of 4 or 5 wins in a row at some point. It's just a matter of when.
How long has Shannon been a wrestling fan?
Since 1983. So going back to, I used to watch All-Star Wrestling with my dad, which was out of Vancouver. I also watched Stampede Wrestling with my dad, and then I got into WWF kind of on my own, and I definitely got into NWA on my own, which would become WCW later. I would stay up until 1 a.m. to watch NWA on KSTW, I think it was, and my mother would be asleep on the couch because she always passed out on the couch, and wrestling annoyed her. She found the noise to be really annoying. In her sleep, I would be watching. There's no way she could hear it from the couch. I'd be watching it. I'd be this close to the TV so I could hear what was going on. She would, in her sleep, take the remote and turn the TV off as soon as I was watching wrestling at 1 a.m. And I turn around. Her eyes are closed. She's snoring, but in her sleep, she got the remote and off with the television because I started watching wrestling. Of course, there's only one TV at that point. So, but yeah, that was how dedicated I was. I'd stay up late watching it.
Stampede Wrestling?
Stampede Wrestling was out of Calgary. Stu Hart ran it. Ed Whalen was the announcer. In the meantime and in between time, that's it for another edition of Stampede Wrestling. Malfunction at the Junction was this big one. And yeah, there was a lot of phrases that came from him. He was absolutely, Ed Whalen was great. He used to do Flames games too.
What do you mean if or when we come back to Vegas? We're
coming back.
Going back to Vegas.
We are coming back.
We miss Vegas a lot.
We're definitely coming back.
We've already had 2 trips to Vegas canceled.
We're coming back.
And we wanted to be there for Christmas this year.
We're definitely coming back.
It's sad. Anyways, what was Vegas. The rest of it? I'll take you to a Henderson Silver Knights game. That would be fun.
That would be fun.
Meth Bear beats Battlestar Galactica. So we have a week to go before Bettman needs to get the owners and players all kissy kiss. Who caves first?
Players will cave first. What'll happen is, so you got to remember, the owners are going to them right now and saying, okay, we want this deferral and we want to bring the escrow up to this number. It's negotiations, so they know they're not going to get exactly what they're asking for. The players will probably have some kind of a counter offer, and they'll meet somewhere in the middle. That way, and I agreed with Elliot Friedman when he said this, it'll end up being a situation that neither the owners nor the players are happy with, and that's how we'll know as fans it was the right decision. If everybody's kind of ticked off at the agreement, it'll be the right decision.
How about the brave little toaster?
I was never a fan of the brave little toaster.
No.
He's obnoxious.
Yes.
I don't need some kind of, I mean, not Caillou level, not like sociopath level of obnoxious. Caillou was sociopathic. He sucked so hard that hair wouldn't grow on his head because hair knew that he didn't deserve love. So, because Caillou was terrible. You're laughing because I'm right.
Caillou's awful.
You're laughing because I'm right. That is a spoiled kid. My kids were not. I'm like, I'm not watching this crap.
I don't think any of them have seen Caillou before.
No, my kids. In fact, you would see like my kids acting up more when they watched them. Like, oh no, that's it. We're done. Spoiled little brat.
Toronto's going on a lockdown tomorrow. Might not be hockey here in the province. They need a plan.
Most of the lockdown stuff, it'll affect sports kind of, but it's normally with like no fans in attendance. The NHL is going to go to Ford. They're going to go to the federal government. They're going to make an agreement that the players won't cross the border. They're going to make an agreement to have not a bubble environment, but an environment where the players are on their own. I really don't think that any lockdowns regionally are going to affect whether or not the NHL can come back. I think it's still going to come back. It just won't be with fans in attendance. Why
is Lars linking Caillou? Don't click the link. Do not
intentionally watch Caillou. I think looking directly at the sun is more advisable than watching a Caillou, because you can't come back from Caillou. You can come back from looking directly at the sun. It doesn't actually damage your eyes. I don't know how many people know that, but it doesn't. It's way too far away. Something 80 million miles away can actually hurt your eyes. That's not a thing. So is it 80 or 40 million? I haven't measured it in a while. So, well, actually, okay. So the Earth used to be 20 million miles away from the sun. It's something about socialism.
And it's blocked in America.
It's something about.
That's what I was asking when I was streaming. We were talking about that. I didn't know if it was an American thing or if it was just a Canadian thing.
It is a Canadian thing, and it sucks.
Well, I knew it was Canadian.
It's one of those Canadian things that sucks. I think it was on PBS as well. It's on PBS in the States.
It's awful.
And it's
my
awful.
Kids watch Treehouse. Yes, but I prefer Tupi and Binu because it's just dorky.
See, I preferred Teletubbies. Teletubbies was kind of fun when my kids were little. It is a very weird show.
Is poutine as good as it looks? Yes.
It's better. It's better than it looks, depending on where you get it from.
I was going to say, it depends on the fries and it depends on the gravy.
Like Bar One, theirs is really good.
Poutine is great. I really like Mary Brown's poutine. It's fantastic.
Have you tried any of my...
McDonald's poutine isn't too bad. Have
you tried any of my chicken strips that were tossed in the buffalo sauce?
No.
That'll be both too spicy for you and it's chicken. So, I mean, on multiple levels, you'd love it.
Happy Tree Friends.
I love Happy Tree Friends. She won't let me watch it with the children. Even though it's animated.
No. Do you play any hockey fantasy? Ew, lobster poutine?
Not really.
Why would you do that to the poutine?
You can get that locally. You can get lobster poutine locally.
Why would you do that to the poutine?
You know what's funny? I don't do hockey fantasy, but I do always get the pool guide and see who they think. I do remember when
McDonald's had pizza.
Who they think is going to be the highest scorer.
I don't remember ever trying it, but I remember it.
It's not bad.
I don't know that I ever
it was okay.
ate it.
So they got Heisher hitting 54 points. They don't have the up or down arrows.
We did have in and out when we were in Vegas the first time.
They got rid of the up and down arrows. What the... Seriously? You cowards.
We were told what we needed to order there.
Thanks.
And it wasn't bad. The shakes were good, though. Why is my phone ringing?
Tyler Myers.
Private call. Do you think it's Superstore telling me we can finally get our order?
Maybe.
Hello? Yes? Tomorrow's fine. Yeah. I don't know, after 10 sometime? Yeah. Sure. Thank you. That's okay. It happens. Thank you.
What happened?
We can pick up groceries tomorrow.
So
she said it was Superstore. I'm like, yes, we can have groceries. Oh.
So did they not get to my order?
Nope.
Wow.
No.
I have to laugh at this. Tyler Myers doesn't play on the power play, but willing to make an offensive rush from time to time.
Why don't you turn on something fun?
You're going to use the TV remote for that?
Where's the TV remote?
He doesn't play on the power play because he's always in the box.
I'll fix this.
I'll be right back.
Haven't been to Superstore since the start of the pandemic. I know, we haven't been in there either. But we do the curbside pickup. But since the numbers have gotten horrible, again, in the past week, they're way behind. So, let's see, where's the Christmas fires? Here we go. Which log should I pick? We'll do the Christmas fireplace. There you go. There. See, Christmas fireplace. How's that? That's better, isn't it? There. You're welcome. I fixed it. Oh, see? Can we have a lovely fire? I picked the Christmas one. I don't know how well you can see it. Oh, they just did a close-up.
What?
It's a Christmas fire.
Why?
It has the Christmas stockings and everything even.
Well, I could have got the Macaulay Culkin one.
No.
But the Macaulay
Why
Culkin
would I
one's
turn
the best
on
one.
Caillou? No.
I don't think you can watch K-Lau. I don't think we have that on our on-demand. I used to call it K-Lau because I'm not French.
Why don't you play hockey fantasy? feel like you can do that in his spare time.
Fantasy sports have never really interested me. I've always sort of just got distracted by other things. So it's never been all that interesting to me.
But we like staying on the strip when we're in Vegas. I know the local people don't like that. Why
wouldn't we stay on the strip?
Well, because people are talking about like the resort fees, and that's not the real Vegas. We really like it, and
everything's in walking distance.
Loved staying at the Aria last time.
Everything's
that was fantastic. Distance. So Shannon,
the Aria is great.
Does hours of videos during the day, and with being at the Aria, I was able to go on walks all over the place.
Yep.
I did really like Excalibur, but you're all the way out on the end, and so by being in the middle, that was really fun. I had a lot of places that I could walk to.
Let me see if I can get. Is that the best facial expression they could get of Jack Eichel? Jack Eichel realizing how many years are left on his contract. Wow, isn't that a great picture?
Shannon, love the content, bro.
That's not a great picture of Eichel.
That's cute. I bet he loves that too.
It's like, I have how many years left here?
Aria is at the perfect location indeed. I know. I really, really liked that.
Yep, Aria is great.
It was so nice being able to walk to CVS, which was good because I was able to get drinks and stuff.
I spent the extra few bucks too, so we had the buffet.
No,
and the buffet made a huge difference.
Not buffet.
Well, the private dining area, whatever.
Where you can go get, they had like water bottles.
You can go in anytime during the day and get yourself a soda pop. You can go in and get whatever you wanted. And it was nice because then, that was handy. And pop is expensive.
You want to stay on the strip, bring your guns? You mean these guns?
Oh!
What are you talking about? Is that what he means?
The strip's very safe.
Blue hands on the TV. What are you talking about?
I don't know. Look at the torque on Panarin's stick. Look at that.
Oh, yep.
The flex on that stick is fantastic. That's Panarin's stick right there. That's why they break all the time, because they have such a huge flex on them.
Nice muscles. I know, right? Feel jealous of my rubber arms.
They are rubber. It's true.
I have no muscles.
It's sadly that
must be
true.
made of rubber. See, I always wear long sleeves, but
Taker will tell you that being made out of rubber is a good thing. So
I don't think that's how the song goes.
Yeah, I'm made out of rubber.
Someone drove me down to the strip to see it, but we hung out on Fremont. We went to Fremont. That was pretty fun.
We went to Fremont. Fremont was okay.
Yeah,
but as tourists,
the strip's really nice to just wander around.
And that's where all the shows are. And you can plan out your day. So I could make videos. She could go get me a Gordon Ramsay jacket from Caesars.
I did.
And wander around. And so there's lots for her to do while I'm at the hotel making videos. I did
really like I like to just walk and look at stuff.
Because even when I'm on holiday, I do just as much.
The Mob Museum is one we were looking at going in when we were there in the spring.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had plans. We were going to rent a car and go out to the desert too, because it wasn't supposed to be so bloody hot.
Right.
Compared to when we go in the summer.
Right.
So.
And that all fell apart because the world came in.
Have you done High Roller? The roller coaster? No.
We've been around the one in New York.
No.
Which is fun. But we've never actually gone on it. We just like to watch people on it.
What about Rob Zombie and Marilyn Manson?
Rob Zombie concerts.
Oh, the last concert we went to.
Weird Al. Wasn't it Weird Al? Or was it Ghost? Ghost was the last one we went to.
Yeah, it wasn't Marilyn Manson because you got the Weird Al tickets while we were there.
I think it was Ghost.
Because that was disappointing.
Because you made me get the Ghost tickets.
I did make him get it, and that was fantastic. Was that the last one?
I think so. I think Ghost was the last concert we saw.
It's a long time ago.
Are you scared of the fire, Katie?
Just wanted to support you guys because this is simply the best hockey-related channel on YouTube.
And also, channel.
Out of all the free agents left, which one would be the best for the Devils? Thank you. First off,
best one for the Devils. Hoffman on their wing would be fantastic. I don't know if they're in on Hoffman, but it'd be a good pick.
What are they doing?
They're wrenching that log around.
No, holy moly, that's a big log.
Okay, seriously, dude. He's going to get burnt.
It's a huge log.
Dude. But yeah, Hoffman would be a good pickup. I'm surprised Hoffman's still out
Watch
there.
him changing that. Oh, the high roller's that big wheel. No, also no. That's one Shannon's talked about.
The one near
the
Strat?
Big one.
One near Strat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's right.
I want to do that. I think that'd be fun.
He does. Oh,
I think she'd be fine on that. I don't think that would bother her.
Go to the mountains near Vegas. That's what we were gonna do in spring break.
We did that once, but it was so bloody hot we couldn't stay out there.
We saw a lizard though, so it was okay.
You took a picture of the lizard too.
I was so excited.
Because it's a lizard.
We were going to go in March, just before the apocalypse, and then we were going to go
again in August.
I had a car. We were going to rent a car. I already had it booked, and that was the plan. Was one of the days we were going to go drive out to the desert, out in the mountains. I had figured out which one to go to. Not Red Rock, because we had drove around Red Rock. Crap, I forget where, but I had figured out where I wanted. I did want to drive out there. Yeah. There's so much beautiful area out there.
There is.
That I wanted to go see.
Yeah. Next time.
Oh, you boys.
Next summer. Oh, fingers crossed, we're going back to Vegas. But next summer, we're also having meetups every 2 weeks. So if you go to meetups around here.
Summer was only 105 Fahrenheit this year. In Vegas, not too bad. Dear Lord, no, that's not Death Valley. That's a bit further of a drive. No.
Yeah, it was Valley of Fire, isn't it?
I think so, because it's just really pretty. If you're at the
Death Valley, I think, is like an hour and a half away.
Right.
I think.
I missed a super chat, did I?
Did you? Okay, seriously? What did you do?
Oh, yes, I missed it. Okay. I did see the one, but I skipped it. What happens if the teams can't sign the big UFAs by the time the season starts?
Then they're out there as UFAs. I would think some of them might sign in Europe temporarily, or maybe for the season until next year. I would not be surprised to see some guys sitting out for a little bit. But as injuries happen and LTIR takes over and that kind of thing, most of them will get signed.
You guys would love living in Summerlin? No?
I would. She wouldn't.
I would.
I would enjoy it, but I know she would.
I love living here.
So at some point in time,
nope. Shannon's just going to stop that sentence.
I'm going to go.
Nope, because I wouldn't. First off, you can't just decide you're moving to the States.
Yeah, you can.
No, I love visiting Vegas.
Dear Lord, not with your hands, man.
But I would not want to live in that area. I really like.
He's going to get burned alive.
The green. I like it not being stupid hot.
You can buy green. You get that fake grass.
You
can get the pigeons that just kind of wander around and look like they're burnt. You know, the burnt pigeons that just look like they've been on a bender and they just look messed up.
Yeah,
there's some messed up looking Vegas pigeons.
I might have drove him crazy with my 10,000 questions I was asking him. Do you guys have birds here?
Yeah, there was.
Are they? Well, yeah, there's birds. Are you sure?
If we go outside in front of our place,
like
you can hear birds.
ones?
Like 24/7 pretty much. You'll be able to hear birds around here. But you get to Vegas, and I think it was like, day 3, we realized nothing.
There's you guys don't actually have birds here.
So the 7-Eleven, there were these burnt-looking pigeons. They were black.
Raggedy.
And just looked
feathers falling out.
Yeah, like
it was so funny.
Somebody brought it from New York, and it's like, man, they were living the hangover.
It was funny.
It was great.
I found one.
And it didn't look good.
Yeah, water. Yeah, poor birds. Wait, can they be on the ground? Are they gonna burn their little feet? So I know ducks or dogs can burn their feet. Do the birds burn their feet?
Yeah, I feel bad for dogs during the summer.
Do you guys have air in BC? What?
I think so.
Like to breathe?
I think we have air. It's
I
Canadian though, so I'm not too sure. It's different.
Would you ever come to Tampa? Bolts ticks on me.
Yeah. One of the trips I was looking at was the possibility of going to Dallas, because Dallas is a cheap flight. So again, flying out of Seattle, you have a layover in Vegas, and then it continues on its way to Dallas. And then from Dallas, we could go over to Florida, because Florida is a pretty cheap trip as well. Florida to Seattle. And I was thinking that'd be a good triangle and make like a week or a 10-day trip out of that. So at some point I want to do that, whether it's going to Tampa, whether it's going to Miami, Sunrise, wherever, and figure out something so I can see a couple of games maybe in Dallas and a couple of games either for the Panthers or for the Lightning. But we also need to go to Disney World because Star Wars reasons.
It's mostly water in Vancouver at this time of year. Yes, true.
Yeah.
Well, I think he means air conditioning. Oh, okay. No.
We don't.
Most
we
people
don't
have air conditioning in their home here.
No.
Because you would only need it maybe 2 days
I had
year.
It growing up, but that was because we lived in a mobile home. And
right,
those
so
are basically just pressure cookers.
Right.
It's just it
no,
gets really
most
hot.
houses don't have it here.
Well, my old workplace did. It was always cold there.
He worked in a refrigerator.
La-di-da. Don't call it a refrigerator.
No, we
don't.
Just
cold.
We did. He worked in a refrigerator. Most houses don't have air here, though. So when it's really, really hot, those but once every 4 years, then people just go to like restaurants and stores and stuff that do have air.
But I mean, here this summer, I think I had 2 or 3 days that I might have had a fan on at my feet when I did videos. I think I had 2 or 3 days. That's it. Because it was hot for wearing a jersey. It wasn't bad this summer.
What are the hottest days like? Not like Toronto. No. No, we don't get as hot or as cold as Toronto.
Well, we don't get as hot as some of the desert areas, not even close, because of the humidity here. For people that come from the desert climate to here, it's really hard for them to deal with it because the air is so humid. So the humidity can be really high. It
doesn't get above 30 very often.
Which is about 90 Fahrenheit.
I think this year we had a week and a half, 2 separate times that we got up to like 35.
Not even. There was a few days of 35. It was usually 32,
right,
33.
That's what I mean. Maybe. And then about every 4 or 5 years, it'll get to upper 30s, but that's really rare.
But again, if you're from a dry climate and you come out here, it's just because the air is so humid, it drains you.
Of over 30 in Toronto. That's why everybody moves to Vancouver. So
True.
We don't get really hot. We also barely get any snow. True. But if we want snow, it's a very short drive. So it's very nice. No, I doubt they'll cancel the season.
No, they're not going to cancel the season. If they were going to cancel the season,
figure something out.
There'd be a lot different messaging coming out already. Gary Bettman wants the season to happen. The players want to play. And so with the fact the players want to play and Bettman wants the season, and there are some owners that are like, I'm going to lose too much money. They're not in the majority. And so they're going to get overruled by other owners that realize if they call off the season, they lose way too much money.
Oh my goodness. PI had a day of 38 degrees. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we did see that a lot of places had really hot. We didn't get hot this year. We barely had summer this year. It was a very mild summer. My favorite and least favorite reverse retro jersey. My favorite would be the Kings.
Really?
I think so.
Over Colorado?
Yeah.
Over the Whalers throwback from Carolina?
Yes. Yeah, my favorite would be the Kings.
You know you're wrong.
I'm not. I'm a girl, so I'm right.
Over the
My
Canucks?
least favorite, I do like the Canucks one as well, but I like the Kings. I think the Canucks would be second. My least favorite, there's a lot that I really don't like. If I say the Islanders, are people going to get mad? Yeah, there's quite a few of them that I don't like. But
I'm going to guess Nashville's the one that you would probably.
I never liked Nashville, so.
The
Would you retire to Florida? No.
Not right now.
You can't decide that you're going to move to the States. You can't
decide
you gotta
go through an application process, and it's a hassle.
Don't tell Shannon he's funny. It'll go to his head. The Nashville jersey is disgusting. I know.
I think the Nashville one is. I think it's better than the one they wear now regularly.
Not that that's difficult.
Seriously, no. It's I think it's a nice retro reverse. I do. If they switched over to that as their regular jersey, I think it'd be
Who
better.
has more than 400 pairs of shoes? Yvonne loves the Islanders. Don't let her tell you otherwise.
That reverse retro is so pointless. It is so pointless. But the good news is I have a phone coming. So videos are coming where I do my best Bob Newhart. And if you don't know, look up Bob Newhart's whole shtick, and it's great. And I had a tape of Bob Newhart's greatest hits. I had both of them actually. There's a part 1 and part 2, and I listened to them over and over again. They're just great.
Come to Winnipeg, we have a 75-degree swing between winter and summer. Yeah, no.
Well, most of the temperature in Winnipeg is driven by mosquitoes, isn't it? And they're like about this size around. Gotta love the bugs in Manitoba.
How many skulls are on my jumper? A lot.
1, 2,
they're
3,
all
4, 5,
all doing
6,
it.
7, 8,
So
9,
whatever.
10,
I'm not actually
11,
counting.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16,
Stop
17,
it.
18, 19,
Okay, stop it.
20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
Oh, why would the
25,
Jets wouldn't change to
26,
yellow? That'd be stupid.
27, 28.
Shannon! He's such a brat.
30, 31. She
Shannon,
won't let me find
please
out.
don't retire. Shannon won't even take a day off.
It's never going to happen.
It won't. He won't take a day off.
It's never going to happen.
Can you imagine? Yvonne 8, Shannon. This person needs like lessons on how to properly tend to fire because, dear Lord.
I don't even know what he did that for. It didn't do anything.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. What?
Did that scare you too, Shadow? Did that scare you too?
Oh, the long-toed scared Shannon. He should be fired. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Shit. Excuse me. Personal space.
Oh, coming from you, that's rich.
You messed up my collar.
I'm sorry. Let me fix it. I'm going to fix it.
Stop.
No, I'm going to fix it. Let me fix it.
Keep to yourself. Man.
It's like you getting dressed in the morning all over again.
Oh my gosh. He's such a brat. And I frequently have to remind him, we already have 3
She'll
kids.
put her clothes on the bed and I'll kick her clothes all the way off to the other side of the room.
Oh my gosh.
And then she'll make the bed and I'll just unmake it.
If Shannon makes it to 1 million subscribers, kid, no.
It's not going to
Would
happen.
you move to Vancouver? No.
Sure, because it's not going to happen.
No,
So sure.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I'll buy Vancouver if I get to 1 million subscribers. Just buy the whole damn city.
No, we wouldn't.
This is all mine. It's Shannon Town now. Everybody get out. My city. I own it. 1 million subscribers. Get out. Except the cast of Legends of Tomorrow.
Yeah,
They're allowed
Shannon's
to
not
stay.
good at socially distancing himself. He doesn't understand that I have personal space too.
Oh, give me a break. Give me here. Let me fix your collar. I'm gonna fix your collar.
Personal space.
I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix
it.
it.
I think this stream has been going on too long. He's getting all handsy.
Can I fix it?
Fix you.
Can I fix it? I'm gonna fix it. It's gonna look fantastic.
Please adopt one of us. We have too many kids as it is.
We shouldn't have children.
Just saying. Shannon! Hands to yourself. Yeah, keep it G-rated. You're not allowed to touch your wife to keep it G-rated. Ugh.
Hi. Don't start.
Can I don't let your kids hear that. Whatever. I tell the kids all the time that I shouldn't have children. Children are obnoxious. I don't have patience for children. Shannon, we really shouldn't have kids. Kids are annoying. I totally tell them when they're in hearing distance. All the time.
Dude, your hand's going to go right in that fire.
You already have kids. Mom. All the time. Do you collect media guides? I have about 20 various teams from the 90s.
I have a bunch. I had a subscriber give me a bunch recently.
Yeah, those are kind of fun.
And again, if we end up not having a season, they're going to get brought out, and I'm going to make videos with topics from those media guides, because sure, I have until June then to get things done. Because I figure once we get into the draft, which would then be in June, then things go back to somewhat normal from June on. But from here until June, I'd be filling topics.
I'm too late for a refund on the kids. We do frequently tell them that we need to return them to the store, but we'd probably have to pay the store
with my son
to return them.
With my son, I had him convinced at one point that we had bought him from Walmart and that he was on special. And it was to the point where my ex made me go and explain to him that we didn't actually buy him at Walmart, because he was really upset that I told him we didn't get our money's worth at Walmart when we bought him. So that was I thought that was funny. I was
Where's
told it
the
wasn't
third
funny.
cat? Who's the third cat?
Shadow.
Which one do you think is third? Oh, the third that was on the tree.
Yeah,
okay.
He went to have something to eat.
Probably go pick on Lily Bell or something. Mm-hmm. Hold on, I haven't made her yell at me lately.
Yep. If I play with him at all, and then when I stop, he's like, "Oh, okay," and then he goes and bugs her and jumps on her and swats her and chases her around the house while she's growling and snarling. You'd think she was in a death-defying battle, and there's not a punch thrown.
I told my 3 sister-in-laws that we don't take returns, so they can't give back any of my brothers. That's the kind of thing that I say to the kids. Yeah, the kids totally get our sense of humor.
True enough.
They're used to it.
True that.
So they don't actually take it as an insult. They know that we're always joking. Yeah, they know they drive me crazy. So.
True. Absolutely.
What would you do if the kids say they wanted new parents? Well, they always say that they like us. They like living here.
I would tell them good luck.
Right. No,
it's pandemic. Good luck. You're not even getting in anybody's house right now. That's not the same way I'm somebody to adopt you.
True.
Good luck. Go door to door. Let me know how it goes for you.
We would probably give them some kind of smart ass response to that.
Do you need a bucket? Maybe take some donations.
That's not something we've ever had to worry about. Yeah. Shadow and Bear, and that's who doesn't like when you pick him up. What?
Shadow loves being picked up by me.
My parents said I was a blue light.
So does Pixel. Or Pixel doesn't. Pixel's the one that doesn't like it.
No. Lily Bell really doesn't like being picked up, except for every once in a while she lets Shannon pick her up in my sewing room so she can see out the window. Other than that. Why does the Leaf Retro look like a Walmart special? It really does.
It's not good. It's not good. I'm really surprised. And it's like I said in the video I did today, if they had taken this and done it in colors of the St. Patrick's, you'd have a winning jersey.
This reversed. I think that would be lovely reversed. I would like that.
So this is why Toronto failed, because they have a lot of really nice logos and nice designs, and they just decided to mess it all up.
My parents often say they have spares and wonder what the return policy is on kids. That sounds like stuff how we talk to the kids, yeah.
True.
When the kids misbehave, tell them, sorry, Christmas canceled, Santa tested positive. Oh my.
I've threatened to talk to Santa before. Even though we don't give them presents from Santa. I never did first time around either, and yet my kids still always went to Santa Claus.
I've never pretended that Santa's real.
I found that really weird, but it's a thing kids do, so.
Why don't the Rangers create a red jersey?
I had that in the video I did today. The idea of a red with the shield.
That would be
their shield logo on it. So something like that. That'd be really nice.
Are the reverse retros going to be sold for one season only?
It depends on who you ask. There's some stores saying yes, some teams saying yes. I think if they're really, really popular, they'll end up being third jerseys. But I don't know which teams will do it. And a good example of why I think it's important to make sure you pick them up is I didn't think that the Ducks would actually retire this jersey. This is their 25th anniversary. I like this jersey a lot. I thought it was going to be a regular third, and that was it.
I think they'll keep selling them just because it will sell, and they need more income right now after this last season, and with the season coming, I think they're going to need that extra income, and having a new, fun, different jersey. Yeah. So
I think with the popularity of these, they may just do different retro reverse jerseys every couple of years. I could see them doing something where they do a couple of different ones. Like my idea for the Ducks was simply take the eggplant, their original jersey, and put their current logo on it. Just recolor it to match the old logo or match the old jersey. And I think you'd have a big seller.
We do have 4 cats.
Yep. Just the fourth one doesn't show up in videos.
No, because she doesn't like cat trees. And she usually follows me everywhere.
Yeah.
But she's Lilybell. If you go on to the cat's Instagram, she's on there quite a bit because she is always on me. She's always by me. And she's a weird cat. She likes to lay on her back. She's a funny cat. But
what's that
so
about?
we don't see her on streams.
What was that about?
Because she doesn't like cat trees. So when she's in here, she's laying on the ground.
Don't swear at me.
Are we going to have a reverse retro Santa jersey? There you go. Lars linked to the kitty's Instagram.
And there's lots of special looking pictures of Shadow.
Have you watched The Walking Dead? Yes, because he sticks his tongue out and just sits there. He's a special cat.
He's such a nice cat. Have I watched The Walking Dead?
Walking Dead, yeah.
I watched The Walking Dead up until they killed Glenn, and I was like, and I'm done, and I've never gone back to it. And it wasn't just that they killed Glenn; it was how they did it, and it was that for half of the season preceding that, they tried to fake people out saying Glenn was dead. I knew he wasn't dead. I was arguing with people at work about that. Were like, Glenn's dead. I'm like, no, he's not. Nope, because they were faking us out, and then they killed him off anyways. It was like, why? And I mean, Lauren Cohen, who plays Maggie, she's like my favorite actress on the planet. And just the amount of hell they were putting her through, it just gets to be too much. And I'm like, man, I can't do this anymore. This is ridiculous. So yeah, I was kind of done because you see her crying over her dad, and then she's crying over her sister, and then she's crying over her boyfriend. I'm like, oh my God, it just gets to the point where it's exhausting, and you don't see an end point for the show. It's just endless carnage and walking, lots of walking, tons of. I know that's in the title of the show, and The Walking Dead does not refer to the zombies. The Walking Dead refers to the people on the show, the characters. That's the double meaning behind the title. But it's just there's no joy in it. It's just endless. Ugh. Yeah.
Thanks for the response. Hello from Victoria. Hello.
We're not allowed in Victoria right now.
We're not.
So, yeah.
And I would put the hockey guy's work ethic, passion, and knowledge about the NHL against anyone in the world. Legend. Shannon does.
I wouldn't.
Work ridiculously hard, and it's a stupid amount of time because it's 7 days a week, and it is all day.
All year.
All day. Yes. Every single day, all day long. Especially now. Now with the apocalypse, he doesn't ever leave. So he used to be able to pull Shannon out of the house and we'd go walk somewhere or wander around the mall or things like that. And not anymore. That's not
I'm always in a state of alert where I'm like, okay, as soon as something happens, I'm ready. I'm done. I got it. Here we go. And it kind of gets exhausting at times, being on that heightened state of alert at all times. Because again, I videos every day and all that. But like even today, I did the 2 videos, now we're doing the live stream. I'm kind of looking at that and going, I wish I had done more today. I wish I'd got more done today. I wish, but I don't. There isn't really anything else for me to cover right now.
How do you relax? He doesn't.
I really don't.
Nope, Shannon doesn't have an off button.
Nope.
He
Really
really doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't exist. It's not a thing. Even on holidays, I still have to do my work every morning or in the evening.
He still does at least 3 videos, even when he's on holiday.
Yep, every day. Or I
even
have
when
to.
we're at Disneyland, if you go look at see what videos he was doing during Disneyland, that was all the time he was going back to the hotel.
Yep.
While we're at Disneyland.
Watching hockey games on my phone.
Well, he relaxes by playing Gran Turismo for like 10 minutes. That is true.
Yeah.
He does.
Every day I get my free car.
He does go done. Play on there for, I'd say, about 15 minutes or
free
so.
car, and then I'm done for the day. So yeah, that's about it.
Have you ever thought about being a hockey analyst?
No, and honestly, like in studio, you got to wear suits and everything, and there's certain, you got to be scripted, and you have a time window and everything. I don't know that it would work. I really don't know that it would work. And then, for me, I'm a YouTuber. I make YouTube videos every day, and that's my job. That's what I do. That's it.
Does Shannon look up Elite Prospect like 1,000 times a day, or how does he know everything? Shannon has a ridiculous memory. He really does.
There are a lot of websites I go across daily.
He does, but
I'm on Elite Prospects daily.
Has a ridiculous memory.
I'm on Roto World every day. I'm on TSN Sportsnet every day. Hockey Reference every day. Hockey DB every day as well. So when I do
fully immersed in hockey,
when I do, like yesterday, I did the Kevin Hayes career video. I will be looking over 3 or 4 other careers I don't actually do videos on in the meantime, and I'm constantly like, okay, and I'll be just cycling through teams, through rosters, through hockey cards. I'll be looking through hockey cards, like, oh yeah, I haven't done a video on this guy. I'll be checking the channel, like, did I do a video on this? And that's how my brain works pretty much all day in here. That's pretty much it.
Shannon is living my dream. Working all day, every day. Is that your dream? Is that your dream? So all the time.
Well, you do the same thing. You're always sewing or knitting or crocheting.
Mm-hmm. Crocheting.
I'm not French. It's crocheting. You can call it whatever you want, but it's crocheting. That is technically the term in English. It's proper pronunciation, crotchet.
No. How about being a hockey scout?
I don't know. I mean, I enjoy watching hockey games. I enjoy taking notes during hockey games. I can't see myself being an effective scout because I always try to see the best in every player. And as a scout, you kind of have to be willing to say, this guy sucks, don't draft him. And I try not to, on my channel, get into too much of the negativity. I mean, it'll come through with certain players in certain situations, but I try to be as positive as I can about as many players as possible. And I don't know how that would work as a scout.
Shannon's recall is impressive. That's because he has a ridiculous memory.
No, it's because I
know he always disagrees with me. But he does, because he will
other people had a life and I didn't.
But that doesn't change that you remember, like, hey, remember this game back in something? It'll be like the 80s. And
like I used to have.
I don't remember. Oh my gosh, no.
I used to have all the various Trivial Pursuit games. My ex threw them out because I schooled her at them.
Shannon remembers everything.
So I schooled her at them. And I explained to her, I said, look, it's not that I'm smart. It's just think about all the times in your life where you were drinking, partying, or having sex. I wasn't. I was being a nerd. So all of that time where you were enjoying life and experiencing it, I wasn't. So that's why I know this stuff.
It's not.
That's how that works.
It's not. Shannon, while part of that can be true of him doing a lot of the reading and like playing with the hockey cards to where he remembers it. If I had done that, I wouldn't remember that stuff. Like all of the movies, he can remember all these actors and actresses in all these movies, and I can't. Brendan
Moore would have been top 15. I did a top 12. This book here, for instance, I would get this every year, and I would go through every single player in it, and memorize everybody, and then I go through and I do it over and over and over again. Every hockey annual, I would go through and read it and read it and read it and read it. And I get all of them. And I've always got all of them. And yeah, that's how I do it. I just go through and I read as much as humanly possible on everybody.
Yeah, I'm a nerd and my memory is still very bad. Yeah, Shannon has these excuses for it, but he really does have a crazy memory.
It's true.
Yes, he doesn't believe that he has a good memory, but he does. It's ridiculous. And it's not only hockey.
Yeah, it's memorization. It's not memory. Memorization doesn't translate to intelligence.
I didn't say anything about your intelligence, so you are very smart.
No.
His memory is ridiculous.
See,
how many arenas have we been to?
Vancouver, Vegas, and Anaheim.
Yes.
Those are the 3 so far.
Yes.
Once the world opens up again, that will expand.
One day.
Someday, somehow, some way, we'll be able to go places again.
One day, there will be people again.
That's right. Just waiting it out. Well, they think Tomasino's going to make it this year.
We should end this fairly soon.
Absolutely.
People are going to get sick of us. Patrick Liney to Boston, veto.
I would love Line A in Boston. I can't see Boston having the right combination of prospects and picks to make that work for Winnipeg.
I veto
Can't see it. It would be great to have Line A and Pasternak on the same team. You could cheer for Boston, though. I'll allow that. I think she secretly wants to cheer for Boston. I think that's what she wants to do. But, you know.
It doesn't work that way.
It's nothing to be ashamed of.
The internet says that it is.
Don't listen to the internet. The internet's just, they don't understand that being a Boston fan feels really good. Feels great.
No.
Anyways.
It's not.
So there you go.
No.
Yeah. We'll do this again next Saturday.
Do you remember what your wife was wearing when you proposed? Which time?
When did I ever propose?
You have asked me to marry you so many times. Even after we've been married, he has asked me to marry him.
Since the internet's pressure's on me right now, Yvonne.
Shannon has asked me to marry him
life.
So many times.
Will you do me the honor, the joy?
Big dorky proposal, though? That wasn't a thing. We just kind of talked about it like actual people. You're such a dork. Knock it off.
Being the light of my existence.
What he's done
for the rest of eternity.
Welcome back to this. This is whatever. You're such a dork.
I've never met a more radiant object that's not named the sun than you. Your radiance.
Okay, knock it off, dork.
Your sheer limitless beauty makes Scarlett Johansson look like a bucket of crap. Please.
Whatever. You're full
do me
of
the
crap.
honor. Fine. You're not going to pay any attention. Fine.
No, Shannon hasn't been drinking. This is just what Shannon does.
I don't need to drink.
He's asked me to marry him.
I will say, though,
so many times.
There's very little that's more fun than going to the bar, having a drink in your hand. Don't be drunk and just be a complete prick. And people are like, wow, Shannon's had some drinks tonight. No, not really. I could just say whatever I want because people think I'm drunk. It's
I've
great.
missed so much. Yeah, it's a good time to walk in on the stream, eh?
Yeah.
No, Shannon has asked me to marry him so many times. Most of them were, we've been married. Knock it off. He asked me to marry him just the other day.
I asked you last night in your sewing room. Yeah.
Oh, was that yesterday?
Yeah, that was yesterday.
Yeah.
She forgets when I've asked her to marry me. Isn't that insulting? And she always says no. It hurts. It hurts me to my core.
No, Shannon doesn't actually go to a bar.
No.
We are married.
Yes.
He's just being a dork. We're definitely married.
This is one of the many rings that proves that one ring to rule them all, and in the darkness
my wedding ring
them.
doesn't fit, so it's on my wrong hand and wrong finger. So I have a different ring. I have an old pinky ring on my wedding finger, but this is my wedding ring right there on my pointer on my right hand.
Sure, that's what it is.
Have we been married in Vegas yet, though?
No. We're going to be, but not yet.
But no,
we're gonna have an Elvis wedding at some point. Can we get Maynard to marry us at some point? I'm sure Maynard's probably a minister somewhere.
Oh,
He's probably got some kind of an online minister thing. If we go to his vineyard, maybe he'll marry us there if we buy a nice bottle of wine. That'd be great. All
I'm
right.
sure you don't see him there because he wants people to
Anyways,
leave him alone.
we should get going. We have other things to do, but we're going to be doing this again next Saturday. And of course, there's the NHL 21 live
the
stream.
guy
as
from
long as
Tool.
we're
Yes,
able
he's
to.
talking about the guy from Tool.
Yeah, Maynard James Keenan from Tool.
We're most definitely married.
Yeah.
Shannon live streamed it.
We live streamed the
so-
wedding, which is now gone.
Yeah, Shannon deleted our wedding.
Well, there might be an NHL footage in there. I don't know. I was just making sure that any and all, anything, just...
He deleted our wedding video.
Does that mean we're not married anymore?
That's what you said when we figured that out. Does that mean we're not married? No, that's
All
not
right.
how it works.
Anyways, guys, thanks
Around
for...
what time of the day for the NHL game live stream?
I'm going to have to post that on the channel because since it's from the PlayStation, I can't do posting it for later, like reminders for later. So I'll have to post that on the community page of the channel. I'll figure it out.
Renew in Vegas. We're not allowed in
I
Vegas.
told her that I would gladly divorce her so I can
He
remarry
did.
her.
Yes, this is. Oh my gosh.
And just to prove how much I love her by divorcing her to remarry her again. And for some reason, she didn't like that idea.
He's such a dork.
So anyways, thanks guys for coming out and for partaking in this.
And putting up with Shannon.
And yeah, thanks. But
Renew
yeah,
at Rogers Arena. Wow, people would know who we are.
yes. So anyways, thanks guys for coming out. And we'll do this again soon. And if you haven't subscribed, by all means do so.
Lawyers are a pain. Not as much of a pain as ex-husbands.
Ba-doom.